Uh, Yo, what's up, everyone? Little 1 o'clock stream. Hold up, let me not show that. The only reason I'm streaming right now is because I promised to watch party all the Sentinel games, but I've actually been kind of sick the last couple days, and I was actually trying to watch it yesterday, but I just fell asleep because I was so sick. But I'm gonna watch it right now. I haven't seen any results from the game, so, and the watch party has been some of my best performing videos. So I was just gonna record it, but I was like, I might as well just stream real quick in the morning. I have the time, so let's do it. You get to skip all the production. Also, Sen EG is a good ass game. I'm not.
I don't care anymore.
You're just sending it.
Honestly, yeah. No, she's sending it.
She He's with this neon in
what
we like to call a senestrator.
Don't say we. Don't say
pending. Kukuka was the one who came up with it. He's with this.
One of the executes that they have and how they incorporate the neon onto it. So it's a 4-4. As I say, Sentinels is going to be on the attack, and I'm just going to be playing this very slowly. We see a lot of utility trying to move the players off of the.
All right,
Here
we go.
And you go down pound for pound and you look at the matchups that we have here. Zekken against Kung Kung on the neon.
It's a big game.
Two players
Zekken ran back the neon.
Smoggy.
I can't believe he saved neon for playoffs of the tournament. What if they got knocked out by Genji?
Switched over to that, and
Zekken just would have never played neon this year.
I want to see how EDG is going to deal with the aggression, like how they're going to be aggressive, how Sentinels is going to be shutting that down. That is why for some
Valorant here today, assuming that all of the players
guys,
turn up,
I'm
because
sick
both
as
teams
fuck.
like to stress each other out too. They're going to force gunfights at times, lean on that confidence,
Let's see
and your form needs to be good on the day.
Can diff each other at all.
The battle that's drawing my eye immediately is Kung Kung versus Zekken on the neon matchup.
It's actually a legendary match.
EDG are predicting a B round.
I'm mad I didn't stay up.
You see them with nobody watching over towards A long as Sentinels were trying to sneak up C. The game was given away.
Yeah, smoke is propped up in the face of second, but it's still util ready and waiting over the shoulder. Here's the fault line. The relay bolt just ricocheting wildly. It's going to be that split in through, but still they don't have backside control. EDG making sure to flood in with a couple of players, but the pause is called and an evacuation by Sen. They don't want anything to do with the C site.
Where are they going though? Because
They're just going
here on B.
Oh, he got sat the fuck
He
down.
felt like he was almost good for the one, but with him dropped, EDG gearing up for a bit of an attempt through this one, just biding their time,
He got
waiting in the
sat the
smoke,
fuck
and they hear the
down.
rumble of the footsteps. Nobody is going to be tested. A lot to overcome into this spot with the movement, clean up and over.
He's
but
just
here comes
trolling,
the
what the fuck?
Front from behind, EDG. Leaving no stone unturned. They cleared away mostly
Actually,
through.
3v3.
Sassy's now the one who has to hold down the line.
Ten's got stuck on that pivot. Sassy sees them, stunned.
It's a pixel angle that he's working with here, but the damage is being dished out. Sentinels left scrappy, and it's down to Zelsis. Trying to down with the ghost. Not enough to cool down the weapon in his hand. Simon the rookie dsteps up, squares up, and seals up that opening pistol round.
Simon's a new guy on.
Was the stun from
EDG,
Zelsis
right?
not good? Or did EDG just hit two absolute banging shots there to take out their opponents on Sen? Ten's got caught in that A-link pivot, but I think overall the macro ideas were good. Yeah,
oh wait, it did hit.
Didn't quite get to anybody other than Shishu.
What is that shot?
But even so,
That shot was silly.
Kill from him. He's happy about that one. A great start for EDG.
He's
Both
smoothing.
of these teams confident in their Haven gameplay. We've seen them both play Haven to a really high level already in this tournament.
I'd hard agree with that. I think EDG as well, they're trying to put that best foot forward. This is an important match for a variety of reasons. Listen, it's not just the biggest event of the year, but as the desk was mentioning, it's one of their best opportunities to break past that previous ceiling they kind of reached, I suppose, at other events where they've only got 5th, 6th. If you win here, you get that minimum of top 3.
And they've never even been able to replicate that 5th/6th finish at a tournament. It took outrageous performances from Kangkang, putting on an all-star operator.
Yeah, China's getting a lot better though. All right, Ken. Oh, that's 2 from Kangkang.
From Sentinels to see if they can get that easy plant down, but it's already read by EDG.
I think a really crucial strategic tool for Sentinels is going to be applying pressure to nobody. You see how he's just holding A long in this round on his own?
Oh my god.
Sentinels need to be able to shove him off, and EDG have lots of different ways that they can wrap around this. It's getting not risky so much, but economically damaging, and in the midst of all of this, Tens has snuck his way in a little.
Yeah.
Given away his position, unfortunately. Kind of had to.
I don't think there should be any danger here unless Tens was able to lurk his way behind.
30 seconds left.
But you can see that the EDG players are willing to take these fights. And it has been an expensive round.
He's just leaving. He's trying to get another kill.
He's running away with 1 HP, seeing what other mischief he can get up to.
The cage.
No, the shock dart.
Shock dart at least chasing him down.
But that is not bad. Smoggy's still got some money in the bank, so is Simon, so it's not going to be the most devastating knock to the EDG economy in the world, but it's going to soften it up slightly for round 3 and make it easier for Sen to get on the board.
Yeah.
I think that A lobby fight though, and pushing nobody off the A line is going to be massively important. But EDG often make it feel like it's only the Sova playing there, and if you try to take that fight, suddenly they collapse onto you with a big A lobby ambush. So you do have to be careful. You see in this round, they've got 4 players stacked up defending that side of the map there, EDG. And they're not throwing Util out right at the beginning. They're waiting to see if Sentinels try to take that space before they hit the ambush. So they went exactly for that strat.
Alright, garage hit.
So I'm going to be using a little bit of
Break
kit,
the trip.
make sure that they can clear the way.
Spot clear that.
Let's get rid of the trip.
Checking for Cam too, damn.
Run information as well from nobody. He's just
Cam's
using
on
that
B,
drone, but
though.
it was broken. There's still a bit of uncertainty, but this whole time EDG
Both
have
Cams on
taken
B. Or one's on B, one's on grass.
See Kangkang is posted here.
Oh my god.
Angle, just removing the drone. Cage up into his face. We'll have to use the stun to slow down any approach from Sen.
EDG are playing really fucking good.
He still has paranoia in his hands as well.
Yeah, he's not giving up this space. Kangkang could thrive into this spot and position a bonus round conversion in his side. Still flash has to be
you got
dead.
one.
Still gets the
He
one.
should have flashed earlier.
Adjustment and
Timing
snap
was
back
a
with
little
crosshair
off there.
placement. 40 seconds left for Sentinels, and the question remains which way are they trying to land? And NeuroFF will give them critical information to work with.
Should probably just run A at this point.
It looks like they're going
Let's
to group
fight
up
the
over
two.
towards A, but that's still where Smoggy and Simon are.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, 30 seconds, they gotta hit this. Unless they go back B real
No
quick,
easy
but-
openings, 25 seconds left. Jump spots. Smoggy sees it, catching it. A lot of information gathered.
Okay, good
Line
kill.
is good though. Just
He's trying to
concatenates
run,
on
but
top,
he's
and
just
Simon
behind.
just trying to play this tight angle. Blinded up from the side, still lands that shot.
Yeah, that was crazy. that he
Traded
hit
though,
that.
flat down for John
He was
QT,
low,
able to
but
push this
still.
one back.
Ridiculously good supportive utility there from Celsius and Tens.
Nobody's going to be praying.
Okay.
Somebody opens up wide, but up onto the
He
heaven
did hit
ankle.
the dart.
Celsius
pretty well,
is claiming
but
that
he's on
one.
him.
Dropped down, double digits of health, but there's only Chichu left with the Bulldog. They're here to reload. It gives Tens the prime opportunity to just pre-aim onto the angle.
Guys,
Big
this
round
is
for Sen
mostly
to
for
get
the
onto board,
video.
but a
Whenever the
difficult one
video
still.
comes out of
EDG
all the
fight
Sen
tooth and
games
nail to hold
reaction.
on to these spots. You can see this team, they got some dangerous setups on the defense side. I think in terms of that team play that EDG were talking about and their preparation, this is the best tournament for them.
Yeah.
Even if you contrast it back to Tokyo, that was more individualism. And Kangkang waking up and having the world's most wonderful op performance we've seen from a player, I would argue. This version of EDG seems like they put in a lot more thought to their game and tactics on top of that.
I had agree.
There's 3 C's.
I think that, you know,
But they
despite
were
you
going
could look at
towards
some of their
C.
opponents this tournament, and you might not be too
Maybe
impressed
just
in
breaking
terms
this
of
trip.
who they've actually bested. But for me, I've been
Okay,
paying
same thing
attention
they
to
did
how they've been trying to
last
play. And look
split.
at this, bit of a trap play setup, but
Oh.
missing. Hello, accidental kill. Right through the wall, bit of unfortunate.
And Sassy said, fuck it, I got you back, bro.
Not unfortunate for EDG.
But they respam it, and so both teams come out of that fairly similar. But with the Cypher down, this opens up different options. EDG could now try to push aggressive and get flanks off against Sen. And Sen could group up and go for a big site execute onto C, where the Cypher's now got no utility.
Doesn't look like
EDG
right
don't
there.
choose the aggressive option, though. They're keeping players anchored to C to try to make up for that fact.
Nobody has the rifle. Nobody has the rifle, but he's looking for that information. I mean, what happened to the drone is used a little bit prior. Didn't have it to try and
wait, it's
safely
not eyesight?
garner it. At least
They had it.
Relay bolts
But
as
the
well,
rotation
and
is nice.
space
Look.
given.
Look on the map. Oh,
Ridiculously
wait.
good from Sen. That lurk.
Oh, they're coming back.
Is marvelous.
Oh, that just ruined
Yeah, and Smoggy's right back in
everything.
there. The Paranoia's already sent out.
They should just win A.
In the hands of 140. Zekken down to the double digits, but still alive for now.
Oh,
To the side.
okay. Zekken definitely should
And he
not
is a
have gotten
spearhead.
that kill.
Literally in this case, man.
Well, Kankan should
Cracks
save.
open the C side.
But he knows that
despite the
Zekken's
resistance
hit.
that EDG were trying to
And
put
he's
up.
also the GOAT, so I don't know what he's about to do.
Doesn't seem likely that Kankan would be able to pull this off, but he is an extraordinary player. If he had the
Look
stun
at
to
him.
work with,
Is he chewing gum?
maybe he'd be able to isolate
Or is he talking?
a one.
I think he's.
Wall to get in two, but honestly, with his money low, a 1v3, best course of action probably going to be to save.
Alright,
Yeah.
you're just saving. You're not
Just
even
seeing there
calling
whether
that.
anyone's going to give him a free duel. But Sentinels going to play with a bit more discipline than that.
Well,
They're looking to try to take the gun.
yeah, they understand the importance of this one. Sentinel's thinking ahead.
Bye-bye.
Zekken, head clean
Okay.
off.
And they said fuck.
Sen
no.
realize it. They're in danger of just being trapped down to the spike, so they're going to do a bit of a mad dash.
Are they
Just
scared
put
of
us down
Kankan?
now? At least 2-2 in terms of the rounds.
I mean, I would be too.
And
if
it's
I was
nobody,
in
the
one.
newer IGL for EDG that actually gets the
That
wrong
spin
read
back
on this round.
actually
You see him
says
being
that.
caught there going for the re-clear on A. He'd called for his team to reinforce the C site because in his head, that's the most logical place for Sentinels to end. You've just killed the defending Cypher. Why not hit that site where the anchor player is no longer there?
They had A,
So they
though.
reinforce C with Simon, Smoggy, and keep A very weak. Nobody tries to hold it on his own, gets punished for that. Not necessarily hubris, though. It's just you can't cover the entire map when you're in that position. Perhaps he should have dropped off site.
What's this
Nobody
part?
is
Oh.
a
I thought
very
he was going to
confident
bounce it off
player.
the ground.
And we're going to see this version of EDG's trap being
Yeah.
run on their eco.
Trouble is Kankan is going to be falling for a second. Glides his
What
way
was that
through,
Omen
but
smoke
nice little
from
win,
him?
and he's covered over the shoulder once more by Tens. Spraying away, it matters
Or
not
was
about
it?
that
Was that
paranoia.
Tins Omen smoke?
Smoggy,
If that
you
was
know he's playing
Tins, then
somewhere
that's
nearby.
genius.
It's all about clearing them out.
I'm not 100% sure.
They've got that
Yeah,
diligence,
it was
TP
Tins,
up
I
and
think it
over.
was.
Certainty for Smoggy.
Love
Just the
that.
one before he's
Tins
dropped.
over.
All of the
GG has to
coordination
save.
working
I
really
mean,
brilliantly there
Is
for
he even going
Sen.
to save a deagle?
That additional pause that Zekken throws into things just to allow Tens on top of the box. They've been doing a lot of that. In a 4v1, Shishu wants
This he
to
might
find
fucking
himself
win
in
this
spot that's
tournament.
Simply unwinnable.
No more G2.
9 HP.
Oh,
Listen,
he
it's a nice
got
shot of
his.
Sassy.
No more
Sentinels
G2.
now taking the lead. By the one round, it looks like they've regained
Who's the other team?
a bit of that
Tracer?
composure just from losing
Chaser
some of the
upset.
prior rounds, but
Sentinel was in the book
Sen
too.
kind of running away with it.
They wrote that in the
And
script.
they've also now experienced that A-lobby delayed crunch, but it was on an eco, which
Yeah.
was easier for them to deal with. These players swinging in from EDG did not have big rifles to be able to take the fight to them underneath the faces. And so that should actually help Sen in the future figure out, okay, we had an idea of how to deal with it. Did it work? Do we need to make adjustments if there's going to be rifles up in the future? They did look pretty set on that, though. The stun coming out over towards A long was nice. It wasn't right at the beginning of the round. Both teams feeling each other out very well. But Sen coming on top and EDG take attack time out.
Yeah.
It seems like a good time for it. Just lost me in a row back into the rifle.
Look at something up. I mean, it's going to be ultimate sitting. Simon's got his rolling under nobody. The Hunter's Fury definitely could and make something happen proactively, maybe on defense.
One of the areas that I'd like to see EDG explore is trying to create mid pressure and make it very difficult for Sentinels to just walk into grass and tell life. If you can do that, you're more likely to burn the drone out, Sassy, which means it's much more difficult for you to retake over towards A. There's a huge amount of benefits to trying to put some early mid pressure into
Is that in
defending.
every
Something that
map?
I think
I
they do
thought it was
fantastic
just
on this map.
Lotus
One of
and
the reasons why they're probably the most dangerous team in the world on A.
fucking fine.
That and Alpha, yeah.
That's
I mean, that guy is just a demon.
He absolutely is. Some demonic plays in this server as well, though.
We'll see if EDG can return
Okay,
that
boys,
fire
let's
a
go.
little bit to make it even once more on this round right here. Sentinels, though, they're a scary team, a dangerous team over the course of this tournament. Low expectations, I think, overall. From outside, a lot of the community talking about them.
Absolutely, but I think that made sense at the time, too.
Yeah.
They hadn't had a recent run of great form coming into champs, and they were the 4th seed. No other 4th seed even won a match.
Ready to switch setup. Fully blinded up there. Smoggy barely gets rid of the dart, so Kankang's not revealed in terms of his position, but Simon, I believe, spotted off into the corner. Wall up into his face.
So tempted for Simon to swing that.
The wall just
Zekin,
to
you can see him.
hold
He
it.
was holding, waiting, trying to bait him in.
No, put
Trying
that
to reclear
snap.
out through
Put that
mid
flashback
EDG.
out.
I'll be looking to try and cook something up.
You got the perfect play right
He
here.
hit here, through onto B after a little bit of a garage
Is he
clear.
flashing? Oh, he's
Be a
stunning.
great idea here for
Stunning
Sen.
bait.
But do they
Let's see how
anticipate
this goes.
two players garage?
Yo, what's up, everyone?
It looks like Kang should be trying to pull
Just rewatching
attention
this
and
game because I
disappear.
fell asleep last night.
40 seconds left out.
Yeah, let's
They
go,
don't
guys.
have map control over them through mid, and they are
Looks like they're
surrounded
gonna
on
NB
multiple
maybe?
fronts.
Simon's a
Or
little
pull
far
the
away
right
to deny this
C?
plan
Oh,
with
no,
his
they're
own.
B.
Is he going to rip it?
They're gonna have
Yeah, well, the stun at least does connect. He doesn't let the ult go. Aftershock is a little bit delayed.
okay.
They're lighting up onto second, but still the plan is down. Hunter's
Having my
Fury.
star player
Trying to
plan,
lay
I
this
wouldn't
one
do it,
down, along with the
but fuck
rolling
it.
thunder. Your
Oh, yeah,
company of
he's cooked.
ultimates.
He got one?
And it is
No,
coming
no,
up
no,
to
no.
fruition. John QT
did
there
get
holds.
Oh, he
it
did get
onto
one,
the
never mind.
corner. Simon with a reposition,
Okay.
and there's a count for
Okay,
it. John
Simon.
QT dropped down,
Tens
just
is here.
can't reset the aim in time. 2v2. A tap. Neurofep reveals
Oh.
it. Fights
Okay,
to be
Tens,
taken
good
down to that
shit.
1v1. And Chichu
Oh.
now going to be getting that information. Sassy is
Alright.
revealed.
You get the
With
reveals
shots fired
back.
off as well. Jump spots. Pulls him off. No half in sight for Chichu. He's tapping away as well, praying for those stray shots to hit Sassy. Might need to swing this one, Chichu!
Oh my god.
Survive.
Sassy played that perfectly. Or I don't
the
know.
recon
I think he
misses
didn't
there
even
towards
play
the end.
well.
Sassy's got a split second to
He
make
should have
that
halved
decision
it.
to swing.
If Chichu halves it, then he definitely
Very
has
close
that.
to letting that one slip through his fingers. But the player on Sentinels with that Champions Trophy already in the cabinet comes up clutch for them again. A nice attempt by EDG once more to put
The
pressure down
reveals?
mid on the retake.
Oh my
But the
god.
plant denial was late. I think that's a bit of an error there from Simon, actually. Led with the
Oh
fault
my
line
God.
and then the aftershock, but it was,
Well
it was a
played.
bit too delayed. Didn't stop Zekin from planting.
And once more, the economy taking a tumble and a fall here for EDG. They don't even have a stack of players over towards A. Just nobody in Kang.
Alright.
No, at this point, Sentinels are
let's see what
absolutely
you're
running
doing.
away with it. Assuming they can convert the anti-eco.
Kang might have something to say with
Ooh.
it. Jump spot.
Oh my god.
The sprint and the glide. Fully
Bro, this guy
accurate.
literally said Neon was
Sorry.
bad in one of the fucking
Spot shots
Sen
fired by Kang is
podcasts.
praying that he can land at least one of the targets.
He's
hit
always
one of the
trolling.
domes, but all the signs of life that Sen do see to cause him to scurry.
Yeah, you've seen three
Always
players over on this
trolling.
site. You know that there's max one
Tens is still in
playing
two as
elsewhere.
well, speaking of that.
They're going to leave Tens inserted. He's always got that Omen ultimate to be able to go back
Oh,
to the rest of his
Can-Can's
team.
behind him.
But he might end
Oh,
up
he's
walking
CPing.
backwards
He's
into
CPing.
Kong. No, he gets.
Okay.
Oh! Oh my god, wait! Look behind you,
Counting
Tens.
for it. They've missed each other.
But he's not watching.
Not watching at all, and still damage is down to second. Softened up from the prior.
What the
engagement,
fuck
still
just
Tens.
happened?
Striking from behind. The trade
Tens
is
is 7
online. They might want to make
though.
their moves now over towards A, but already bodies are rapidly
fake
approaching. The trouble
TP?
is
Is that
EDG
big
do not
brain?
have the guns for the job.
I don't even know if I
Sentinels can
understand
backfill all of
like,
this space
any of the
up to
thought
where
process
Tens
there.
was
I'm
because
gonna be
they know
honest.
it was only Kong on the way
Oh!
through.
Bloody hell, I mean, the fault line's dodged here. Simon
Oh
has
my
plenty of
God.
chances for him. Still,
They're
he is
all-
landing
there's like
them.
three
The Sheriffs
backside, brother.
are singing right now for EDG. Defensive smoke. A lot of uncertainty for Sentinels.
John's 8-4. Jesus fucking
They can
Christ.
feel it. They're going to try and bail themselves out of this one. The Rolling Thunder is committed. Simon tucked in the
Oh my
corner,
god, they're
but
too good.
stands out. There wasn't much he could do into that spot. So Sentinels were pushed into a tricky situation, feeling the need
Yo,
to offload some of those
what's
critical
up?
logs to at least find a way to win that.
Bro, what?
But that's very much.
Is this live? No, it's not live.
into a dark
I
storm
fell
cloud
asleep last night because I've been
approaching
sick.
A couple of moments where Chaos
So I didn't
maybe
watch
could
it.
have
I didn't stream
made
it.
the difference for them,
But
I think
I'm gonna
John
make a
plays that
video of the
really
reactions
quickly
of all of them,
caging
so,
inside the smoke, gives him sound cues if anyone
I'm
tries
still
to
gonna
push,
watch it.
And then you see John ping
And I was like,
where
might as well just
Zepsys
stream it
should ult.
anyway. So
The
if
IGL
you
making
didn't
the
watch, you can
call.
watch right now.
All right,
Or
we've got to invest this ultimate now. It's only me
anything.
and you.
but no, it was live. It goes live in like
Round a
4 in the
little
morning,
weaker. But Sen have showcased that they can
which
deal
is
with
usually not a
everything
problem
that
for me
EDG
because I
are throwing on
work late.
defense
But
currently.
I'm a little sick. If
The
you can
mid-rounding
hear,
is
so I fell asleep
Definitely,
early.
I think, showing that Sen are currently getting the right reads into rounds, making sure to slow it down at the right moment, and then the firepower
Bro,
usually
chill out,
carrying
bro.
them
Why would you
over the
spoil
line.
it? I'm
Does get
literally
tricky.
watching it, bro.
I think I'm right in saying the only time they've contested C
Chill out. Don't do that.
when they went for it.
I'm
on
literally
pistol.
watching it
Yeah,
right
it feels
now.
like the pistol round, at least from my memory.
Like what?
Drone is used, hyper committed into A lobby, so Sentinels are going to be aware that that control is given up to EDG.
Like that's weird. You see me
So
literally
it looking
watching
like an
it
execute's
right now.
going to come through here on C. Smoggy has his ult to try to reinforce, but is he going to be fast enough with a smoke?
Not going to be broken here. The Hunter's Fury clears its way through and back and around here. The fault line was dodged by Chichu. has found himself, carved out a little bit of a pocket and space to play around. Paranoia still here, but the aftershock is way too much. Just singeing his feet. Chichu just couldn't stand still amongst most of that fire. Second offloading it with the overdrive.
Okay.
Peppering them.
I mean, the second map, they lose the second map.
They can make this one doable.
So I'm guessing they win the first map.
Slightly, but still he's good for the kill.
God,
tracking. They just can't get a handle or any sort of control.
Oh my God.
It's precise.
So you're saying it goes map 3?
Could have provided a chance, an opportunity, but Smoggy's been left alone into the 1v3, and Tens picks back up that position.
Okay, Tens. Tens is 10-4 right now. What
Low
the
enough
fuck?
as well, but again, surgical by Tens.
It's looking like a great day for Tens out there as well. 11
Yeah, Tens
and
is
4
shooting right now.
after only 8 rounds. That's pretty ridiculous.
This motherfucker
If you
is
look at players that have had
shooting.
outsized impact, outside of just the main duelists, where you're going to see great performances from Kung and Zekken no matter what, if you look at who's had the biggest impact for Sentinels and EDG, I'd be looking towards Tens and Smoggy, and the fact that they're on those smoke
Tens
balls
and John are
fighting against
on
each other
right
right now gives you a great comparison.
Yeah, I'll leave what
At
happened.
the moment, Tens is just getting involved in way more.
Cool.
On
Because
the
I
attack side,
didn't watch
trading
anything
people
last
out.
night.
Again,
And I avoided any
finding
spoilers so I
moments
can do
to
this
dominate
reaction.
with his impact. His raw aim so strong.
But Sen look good right now.
The early A lobby.
If they lose, I don't see how they're
Until it was
losing.
dished out by EDG, they're holding.
I mean, at least this map is pretty much
Considering, I
wrapped
think,
up.
and waiting to see if
I
there is
mean,
that
plus
risk
4
clear.
isn't
Strucky
crazy,
does
but
need to be
still.
careful. Opens himself up to that angle there, but again, it's the weaponry. I mean, EDG have not been able to recover any sense of that.
Sen has
Nothing
looked
built up
really
in the
good.
bank.
See there, John using a cage again for the sound cues, making sure that he can't get pressured as he takes a little more space towards mid. They're being very cautious on these anti-eco Sentinels. They don't want to get tripped up. But it is incredible that EDG have only won the pistol.
Oh my God. How
Where's
did he
the
not
punish
get that
here? Where's
kill?
the cover?
Yeah, nobody watching, just in case that was that punish here. Chichu, a couple of shots, backs away with his life, but just pulling apart the EDG defense.
Oh, they know that
Second,
he's there.
filled up by the camp,
And he's
stunned up
stunned.
at that. Unlikely to see that follow-up. The more the time does get dragged down to the finer moments. Might see
Tens,
opportunities for
11 and
EDG
4 right
to
now.
strike. Aftershock pushing them back and away from the plant. Zelsis going for round 2, needs to be covered.
Yeah.
And Tens has it.
This motherfucker's
pushed up,
the
high
goat.
ground angle. Chichu.
Bro.
dropped. Nobody.
They are
Off onto
fucking
the extremity. Flawless
going
from
crazy
Sentinels.
right now.
You can say that from round
Holy
3 onwards.
shit.
They've always been in control.
Bro.
Have there
13
been
and
some
4 from
dangerous
Tens,
moments
10 and
where
8 from
EDG
Zek.
hit a nice shot, got into a good position? Yeah, of course. You're always going to get that with a team as good as EDG. And yet, Sen have sailed away. Clean swept the last 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah, Tens is on.
Kung's finally going to bring out that operator. The economy's been damaged. Been in ruins.
Just
Hopping
trying-
on Neon, I don't know, bro.
Double opping.
Yeah, Smoggy.
It's not round 12. They don't have money.
I fucking love China, bro. Don't clip that, by the way.
The Sentinels.
Chinese
Bit of early
Valorant.
farming as well. See if they can get that rolling thunder online. Zelsis is now one away from it.
And they have been prioritizing this smoke at the top of C Long as well, which cuts off Smoggy's sightline. He's not sure whether someone's tucked into Cubby, as Sassy has. He also doesn't know if someone's going to peek him from the right or the left. It's a tough situation to play with.
He has
York.
no idea.
Yeah, it might come down
but
to reactions if he gets
he's
peeked.
gonna
I mean, he's also going to get pressure
drone,
from
so
Garage unless he
doesn't matter.
can hold that off.
Drone sees it. Off spotted. Out for Garage now. Pin to
yeah,
play
please
by
get
Sen.
out, brother.
Try and make their moves in through the C site now. All cuts
Full
it up.
playing
See,
very
there's an
good.
awareness at the back
Or
of the head.
Simon,
Sen
yeah.
worried about this operator in play. At work, Paranoia.
He's
he's a
rookie, right? He's a new guy in EDG.
Celsius with the plan.
He's been playing well.
We'll get his ult online from this one. Everybody grouped up from
If him
EDG, setting
and
themselves up to
King
try and
can
play
be
for the
really good.
retake, but it's preemptive. Sen using this to try and strike.
If he could,
Chichu's there.
okay, Zekken.
Offset
If he
though,
could set up
nobody
King
covering
really
it.
good as an
Overextension
initiator,
by
as I'm guessing
Sentinels.
he plays.
Now it's up to
since
these
he's playing
remaining players
Breach.
if they can pick up the pieces.
Oh my
but the
God,
side is
oh my
about to.
God.
The spray down from Zelsis. Only the Wanderer is troubled.
King in? Where's the other op? Get the other op,
If
please.
Sentinels had had
Easy.
any idea there was a double operator set up in this round, I don't think they would have gone for such an aggressive
I love King
post-ban
so
option.
much, bro.
But they didn't want to allow EDG all of that utility.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! What the fuck?
You've been waiting for a moment.
Wait, so
like
they
that the whole
bulked
time.
2 ops
And
and
the
they
double ops
had
did not particularly contribute.
fucking
I actually
Neon
think
ult?
it's
Rifles in hand. And that round,
Yeah,
Kung
he's
actually
trolling.
had the Neon ultimate.
He's
to
fucking
be able to
trolling
make
at
up
this
for it.
point.
When he goes for the retake, he doesn't have to just play slowly behind his team, holding angles for them. Now, however, you take a look at what's going on for EDG, and he doesn't have that to be able to back himself up.
Yeah, use just in case they get overwhelmed and swarmed here. Just that EDG's defensive setup. Be
Alright, they still
highly
have both
open
ops.
for the taking.
This is
Obviously, Sentinels don't know
honestly
this
my
one.
ideal way to play Haven.
Cautious.
Op on C, op on
Beginning
A
to end in
long.
most of these rounds as well. High
And
priority
then
to
one
try and
person
break
inner
some of
garage,
this
one
intel.
person sewer, and one person
Trippin
B.
spotted
Which
as
you're
a
not
kill
doing,
Chichi was
but
hoping to
I
play
think
off.
that's a smart way to
Smash
do it.
through the wall.
Second's movement is so nice in these spots as well.
Seconds just...
Jump peeking
Oh my God.
scenarios where he might
This
be thinking
motherfucker
about
was
an EDG
made
player
to play
at an
fucking
angle. So
Neon, I
difficult
swear to
play one
God.
and done against a Neon with good movement like that.
They made Neon
Another
for this
Neon, though, with a big
motherfucker.
weapon.
Let's go and
He's so
re-exploring.
far up.
Risky,
He's so
but you
far
down
up,
so
and
many
he's
rounds.
moving.
Sometimes risky
Run
is
back.
taken. Doesn't break
Please
down
run
the
back.
It's a fault line as well. Does catch. Slow down to a cruel cage. And the cross.
Sorry,
Showing
I'm
a bit
so
of that
sick as
misinformation.
fuck.
Sentinels
Not gonna
make
lie.
it feel like they could be retaking over towards A lobby. Dart's going to be used side
Bro,
by
this
side,
C,
though, shoulder
they've
to
just
shoulder,
been
these
spamming
players.
the C split.
Unaware that they've crossed up. And Smoggy now isolated. He's on an island through the back of the site.
yeah,
He
he's
hits it
dead.
once more. It is impeccable.
He's dead.
Trying to dodge and weave around.
I mean, unless
from
they
this
kept the
play.
2 ops,
Chichu
2
and
rounds.
Simon now.
Oh my God.
Quick flood attempt in through the back. Picking up these rifles in their
Right.
hands.
Well, KK
It's
has
for
a
the
gun.
upgrade. Hunter's Fury scatters.
And he has a kill.
To be taken by EDG. That could be set up for success on
Oh my-
sprayed down. And with the Hunter's Fury dropping John QT.
I'm gonna see if I have a order. I'll be right back.
EDG can
God
add that to
damn.
the tally.
What a sick defensive read by nobody. I want to give him his credit
Bruh,
here because
I
he
was
got
gonna see
the
if I have
wrong
water.
read
My mom
in a prior
bought
round
me
that started
all
this
this water.
avalanche away from him. But this time, he already called the
They want
rotate
it.
over the sea as he was smoked off. Drone had already cleared, fault line. He knew, at least he should have thought, that Sen were starting to take space over on A.
Yeah, KK's the
He
goat.
just did not
He's
buy
the
that
goat.
at all, was not convinced at what John had put together. Called his bluff, hits everything perfectly.
The pistol round and a few stray gun rounds. What
Oh
a
my
shot
God.
by Kang. Flexing his muscles. Zekin.
Oh,
God,
let me
yeah,
shut the
Tenzin
fuck
dropped.
up
They
about
don't realize it. Anticipate, okay, Chichu is
the
going to get knocked here
neon.
right through the smoke.
The neon op.
CDG trying to attempt to flood their way
Tenz.
through Nora Fifth.
Okay.
Reveals all. And Tenz will make full usage of it. Paranoia. Connection.
Oh my God,
movement from
he's
Kang,
moving,
the
though.
only surviving element. And praying for a shot to connect there to make it just a little bit more winnable. But for Sentinels, primed and ready for that 8th
Oh yeah,
round.
this is terrible.
Just a shorty to work with. There are so many angles as well. We'll be worrying about the high ground where Tenz have been perched up. It's a double hold out through the back. The cam tagging him. You have to play into this round as a last chance in the half.
Bro, they know exactly where bro is.
He's been given nothing. Toyed with.
Bro.
He's having to deal with it all. It's all being dished out. One last hurrah by Sen. And that
And we get the
time,
kill.
fully against
Oh,
the head of a
what?
Forest, but still
What is
8
Tenz
to 4
doing?
Sentinels
This I'm no, this is
maintain that
older.
lead.
This was
First half of Haven.
4 o'clock in the
Would have
morning.
looked even more
East Coast?
dominant had EDG not been able to pick up a really
I just fell
important
asleep,
pistol
so
at the start.
because I'm a little sick right
Tenz
now.
continues to be immaculate in these rounds. The teleport with his ultimate into back B, the kills through the smoke. He's
my
untouchable
God.
right now.
We got 2 goats playing right now.
Yeah, doesn't get much better than that. Lead the
Tenzin
charge,
fucking
kill leader in the
KK.
lobby. Doesn't look like he's slowing down at all in the slightest. Absolutely incredible match so far. We're going to send it down to the floor for a nice little interview.
Alright, fuck this interview.
Hello everyone, it's Bella back with the halftime interviews. I'm joined by Zekin's mom.
That is just incredible, man. That is just incredible.
Oh, that's killed me going back in.
Alright, we're back in.
That has killed me.
Okay. Sentinels.
She's got better movement than Zekin on Neon.
Yeah, yeah, man. Runs in the family. And it's Tenzin second, top of their team.
Oh, shit.
Showing no signs of slowing down. And this Sentinel
Sticky
squad, they have
E's. It
looked
was my
scary as the
headphones.
tournament has gone on. The expectations, I think if you were watching some of their games heading into champs, wouldn't be too impressed with them, but it's proven that you cannot doubt this squad. They are consistently evolving.
From game to game,
Yeah.
the game plans, the execution of it, the teamwork, it's all looked extremely strong. In this round on the pistol, Sentinels expecting a bit of pressure over towards A. That's not the case, but you're walking into Tenz again, who's top of the scoreboard.
Potentially cut off from the sideline though.
Looks slightly indecisive here from EDG.
He's trying to win again. I mean, honestly, if Tens get another, if he gets a third international, is he the GOAT at that point? Maybe?
It's all just being quiet, silence.
Yeah, I would be playing this hard.
Zekken's the only thing to catch contact of A short, and guess what? There's no EDG players there. Could work to their advantage, but
that paranoia looks like it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
3.5 A. This is not going to go good for.
It's got a primed. So it's going to be used, an eye for an eye here.
Actually, oh my god. Actually, beautiful entry by
right there, still surviving, still kicking.
Oh my god! Yeah, that was crazy.
2 removed before the trade is intact, but Zekken still here alive. Worried about this flanking play, but the adjustment is there, at least with the micro aim. Drops Chichu. Still the thorn in their sides. The paranoia sweeping through. Zekken plays his life.
Saucy's up top.
Opens himself up in through heaven. There's chances here and accounted for.
Okay, Saucy.
Oh,
he just saved it.
Great adjustment. They're aware that Zekken was playing.
If he can kill nobody, Aspas will always be the GOAT. I mean, Aspas is my GOAT right now. Don't get me wrong. I love Aspas, and especially if Aspas wins.
Somehow still alive in the midst
If
of all of this.
Aspas wins. Oh, okay, he got stuck. If Aspas wins, then he might be. He's the GOATier GOAT, I guess.
For him. And the pistol round for EDG potential now.
But I don't know if 10 has 3 internationals.
To get on the board.
I don't know, man. Changing roles from duelists to smokes. Being able to adapt to winning with 2 different teams.
That trade that came from heaven, though.
I don't know, man. I think Tens might have a conversation.
So that he can trade out on Zekken in short to close things.
But yeah, Aspas is the GOAT right now to me.
The gap down to 3. And EDG are going to make it.
They even darted it.
Shaky.
It is very
he did that last time.
The addition of these kind of strategies that Sen have thrown in. They were doing this kind of stuff on Lotus.
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
Smokes that go into walls, create small pockets for you to dodge recon utility.
That's not going to
Did
be
he pop
met.
a smoke?
Sentinels
Oh, smoke and fucking
play,
stun? Oh my god.
EDG, unless they choose
They're here.
to explore over towards C, which for now seems
I
unlikely.
think they're probably waiting on noise, maybe?
You never know.
EDG
Oh wait, no,
a lot
they're
of
waiting
caution
on
to
that.
begin
Okay.
these rounds. It's somewhat similar to what we saw
understand.
from Sentinels. Cam taking contact over towards
Are
grass.
they worried about
The rest
Garage at
of the
all?
team
And also,
ponderously
yeah, this
walking
trap play's not
towards
going
B
to
or
work.
A,
They
staying
went back
grouped
A.
up as well, making sure that Sen don't catch any of them off guard. I mean, apart from Chishu, obviously.
Saucy's like, yeah, rotate.
We don't want to give away any of these guns. Everybody.
Actually, wait, hold up.
Not trying to.
Ooh.
Oh wait.
Trip was broken on the flank here. This should be a normal, like, reacting to A, no problem, easy
Okay,
call.
they went
Gonna
back
go
A.
for that.
They did
So
it.
EDG open. Still a little bit worried as well because the defensive smoke. Celsius has found Chichu. That does give away the gun, but
And they have a gun for
we'll imagine with side
Zekken?
control, EDG as
It's
well.
winnable.
Spades at a util. Kang.
5v4?
Worried about the flank. They're thinking about pushing spawn and flipping the map. They decide not to, and it turns out that's the right call because most of Sen are back.
Second?
Time's going to start ticking here.
Oh, he's gone up.
An advantage should still be for EDG. Got the guns, Tens,
Okay.
okay. That's ridiculous. Zekken's been played in as
He's
well.
on
All the
site.
crosshair placement being slipped up and around here. Kang is worried about this swings. No way, Sentinels can't be getting away with this. Up onto the flank, they double up players as well. Smoke once more.
Yeah, and
the time
John?
has to be broken.
Oh
Really
my
sticking this one.
God.
Sassy finally under the views, but everybody
Oh
dropped.
my god, that was played
EDG.
perfectly. What the fuck?
The House of Cards came crumbling down. Tumble to the floor.
They played that perfectly.
There is such a thing as being too cautious in some of these rounds.
Yeah.
And I think EDG gave way too much space
this
and
is a
respect
crazy
there
game.
to Sen. Sentinels pull off the MasterCard thrifty. And first of all, they isolate Chishu, right? But that only gets
what the
one
fuck
gun.
is that?
It'd still be difficult.
What
to
is
get
that?
to the site. The rest of EDG had backed up.
Oh
trying to
my
play
god.
Passive post-plant positions. And Tens is actually just in. They'll immediately take that space.
That's what I mean. Everybody's focus is on 10.
Yeah, they're in rare form right now.
Smoke that he just placed down, plopped down in through the middle of the site.
Kane's though, he's playing
Suddenly,
well.
EDG's attempt to get back into Haven looks like a far cry. A gap almost looked like it was going to be down to 2, and yet here it looks like it's going to be extended to 5. That's what a difference that one round makes.
Chichu's hoping that player would open himself up through into mid, give him an easy access to a shot, maybe a kill. Something to change the tide
I
that's
think he is chewing gum.
currently been fully
No,
against
I
them
think
in
he
this
was
map.
talking.
Cut up onto the corner though. No util. That was contact by Kang.
I don't know.
Didn't
Looks like he's doing
Didn't hear a
both.
cam. Thought it would be open.
All right,
Down onto B.
Celsius
It's late.
a little late with it. I mean, usually Celsius is going to be playing in the B connector. This time swapping things over, playing top garage. Was a little late on that, so there's chances that EDG could make something funky happen. Smokey's going to go for that garage post plant.
Yeah, they have sight if they check.
First wave used by Sentinel clears out the side as well, so
like
they've
the
got peace of
trip.
mind.
This map, yeah.
Sticking this, got half already. Aftershock a little bit late. Trip is nice in case they do extend themselves out and try and take the fight past this point of almost no return. Very weak wards, flimsy paper mache at that
Oh my
Smoggy
God.
on the side, but Zekin cleaned it. At least diffusing, sticking all the way while the rest of his team does press that advantage.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
There was some
Zen
level of
is very
danger.
good on Lotus.
EDG
And
got
I don't know.
that
I haven't watched much
from that
EDG,
spot.
to be
You
honest.
get rifles online, and suddenly
But,
the round is super dangerous, though. EDG had some nice
guessing
ideas
they're good
about
on
how
that
they
map
wanted to play
too?
the post plan. You know,
But
the
I don't
early
know.
garage information could have set up Smoggy.
I don't know if I like
I
watching
really like
Lotus.
Shishu's
It's
setup
like
as well. He had Cam and
attacking
the trip.
team
That trip is
takes
so
fucking
tough
Mount,
for the
or
retakers to
takes
deal with,
Rebel.
but he got spammed through the
Defending
wall
team
and-
takes Mount, and then they fight. I mean, it's cool the fights they take there.
EDG, though,
It's,
need to
it's
start
kind
putting
of
this
different
kind
than
of
any.
stuff
Yo,
together
what the fuck is on
on
his hand?
rounds
That's sick as
that
fuck.
are super important.
It's like the
Those
James
rifle
Harden
eco
thing that
swing
he used to wear when he was in
rounds.
Houston, but for gamers.
Tactical timeout here. The last one off the map.
Honestly, I changed my mind. Lotus is kind of cool.
Things back on track.
Their map pick as well at Haven that's just going so poorly. I mean, I was so ready to sing the praises of EDG, I think, in terms of preparation they put in as well. I mean, we're always going to talk about individuals
Oh
popping
shit!
off.
I forgot the
The
shit's
form
not
has been
live.
there. I mean, Kang is sitting at 15 and 12. Right at the top, he's definitely been earning himself a lot of kills, but focus half of EDG definitely seems like to put a lot of emphasis into anti-shrouding, make sure they can pick up power teams like to do on certain maps. But the Sentinels, this team that we mentioned, ever evolving, always changing it up, getting scarier and scarier. This kind of game where you're just trying to play catch up. Some of the prep you might have done to anti them might not even be true anymore.
Absolutely, especially considering that they've only played this Neon version of their Haven once before, and they crushed. So they didn't have to show everything that they have in the back.
All right.
Very much all in by EDG. Timeout has to be taken to convert at least this round.
And on the attack side, you need Smoggy to start getting involved as well. He's been one of, if not the most impactful player for
Look at the
EDG
pings.
in their run at
Yeah,
champs.
they hit.
He's absent right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
okay,
God.
Okay. Fast play.
Oh, he
Way
missed the
past there. It's
shots.
going to be revealed up as well, but has to respect most of this one. Sassy trying to play with the drone that was used
Did they-
prior. Gets the tag onto
How
the one,
did
but
how did no one do any
backed away,
damage?
but a player dropped on the side of Sentinels. This is the opening that EDG praying for.
Kangkang's delivered them another one.
Second going for that re-exploration, looking for the info. Simon's tucked.
Okay.
Only the shoulder. Smoggy's there to supplement as well. Ow! What is that movement?
Wait.
So he just counters it, Simon. It's an absolute worldie with that shot right there.
Oh.
And the reload bullet
What are we
straight down
doing?
to the bitter end, Simon. Quick to capitalize.
Some incredible shooting to get EDG back into things there. Tens is going to hit
Oh,
all
no.
of these rotates.
Footsteps.
He might be able to cut somebody off as well. Nobody was thinking about going through the garage. That would have been a death sentence. Tens is
Now
right
he's
here
flanking.
behind them, though.
He said, "Fuck it, I'll just
EDG
flank now."
pause for a moment. He's going to have the backstab.
Yep. That smoke at sea is
He
going to
knows
be fading. They are
exactly
not going to anticipate this. He is so
what
quick.
he's doing.
Right there behind them.
He
In a
needs his own smoke to
2v3.
fade.
And it will be dissipating.
Oh
it's
my
Simon.
God.
He's still there, though. This guy's been a savior for EDG in so
That was
many moments that
bad.
Util just narrowly avoided. These are the fault line. John QT still
Is it
here.
only yeah, it's only John. Fuck.
Enough has been done surely for EDG, and they know it. Doubled up high-low. Simon taking that point. 4-piece in the end. That's what
Tens have
EDG
that
needed.
Somebody else to come in and clean up what Kangkang delivers you with his opening duels and his entrying. How does he get
What
that
the
at
fuck?
all? Celsius should have been way behind the corner there. These
Bruh.
shots, it's absurd what Simon's put together, especially when he's stunned up in the corner. Nice idea from Sentinels.
If EDG
Rips
wins
it away. I was talking about
this
Smoggy
tournament,
stepping up, but it's a newcomer.
Simon's gonna be
Delivers that difference
Simon's gonna
making
be
round.
regarded
Nobody
so
calls the
highly
tournament. Simon
for the
has
rest
been
of his
impressing
Valorant
over and
career.
over again.
Yeah.
To come into this team
Heavy stack from
that
Seth.
hasn't won anything
Misses.
but have
Second.
been good and be a
Gets onto the
second
line of
pillar
sight, but
next to
feels like
KK.
a bit of uncertainty.
As a
Can't really take
rookie?
the fight that he wanted to here. The drone from nobody should be clearing.
I might
potentially.
start
just
watching
be
China
clearing. In
more.
fact,
Fuck
it
it.
is. So
Oh.
it's clear into the corner.
Okay,
Hunter's
he's-
Fury
oh,
pushes
he's
them
smooth.
back and away.
There's a
Goes
lot
back.
bunched up, though.
Plenty more players where that came
Wait, two
from. And it
tag.
does soften up a few of them. So EDG feeling a bit weakened, but not deterred away from A.
They've also seen Simon's ripping it on the fake.
He's going for a fake here, just very much alone, just trying to cut that noise. The Hunter's Fury as well to try
I like this guy.
Pull back. Sassy though, he realizes it. There's no follow-up off the back of it, doesn't hear any footsteps, so Sentinels just contain that. Bring it down into the 4v4, slow it all the way down, realizing that they've lost control, but
okay, John.
So is Kang. Losing track of where these players could potentially be. John QT puts him in his place.
Oh,
spam.
spam.
Down through the cage.
Okay.
All revealed with the neuro theft. It's gone tipsy-turvy. EDG. What should have been a great opener, they've overthunk, I think, into the round itself.
Chichu, though.
Chichu's low, great movement.
Oh.
Slightly ajar, just making it so
John, 3?
Didn't really like the fake attempt there. I think it's far too obvious what EDG pulled out in that round. They're sending double ults, but there's nobody scaling off of it. There's no standard util at the beginning, like recon flashes, that kind of stuff. And on top of that, the rest of EDG weren't even set up to hit a site immediately. They were still making that migration over towards the C site. They weren't already in position to capitalize on the timing. Sen cleaned that up a bit too easily there. EDG's eco is... It's weird looking. I don't know if they're trying to half buy or if they're trying to force it. What's Smoggy doing?
It's all over the place. It's bargain bin buy, but they're not on the same page with this one. Another fault line
is
set this up early. Angles from Kang, but he's revealed up. Deals with that dart.
He has ult, bro.
The bolt and the stun just not quite connecting. Still, they want to square of
Simon.
God, he's a miracle worker.
15, 14, and 12?
As you can go.
Rookie of the year, this motherfucker. Oh, wait. No. Karam?
In a way, John QT. Spraying in through the smoke as well. The slightest of reveals and the bullets. It's not quite landing onto Kang, but
I'm waiting for them to take
Sassy in
the Sen out of the map rotation. It's been there for way too long. Yeah, it's never been taken out, right?
Three Sentinels. Still make a go of things here, EDG. Trying to make that play. Good trade by Tens once more, but a smoke.
I think Ascent is the only map that has not been taken out at all.
Leaving it just down to Tens, and he's doing damage right through the wall. Isolates the one for Buller.
Okay, Tens. Okay.
Tens. He just okay.
What a beast.
Oh my God.
What an incredible player.
Yeah.
He's having a monstrous tournament.
I think they just like the map a lot.
He has been performing at outrageous levels.
Even if they take it out, I don't think they're going to change it any.
His impact today, 21 kills.
Hopefully, I mean, I think the only change that needs to be made
them after Simon should have opened the door
is to make it a little bit more attacking friendly. Just a smidge bit.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, he's out of his mind right now. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's out of his mind. Tens is on another level.
What are you guys doing? That he can't win.
Almost every clutch going away is Sen, almost every single round off the back of that.
He also didn't have armor, by the way, Smoggy, to begin that round. Maybe that could have made a difference.
For EDG now, frantic attempt. It's a tap. Try and pull somebody util out as well.
Oh my God, he's so aggressive. Oh, he got it.
What? The cage helps him. How's he getting away? That's ridiculous. Lies himself back as well.
Oh, oh my God! Oh my God! The movement's too crazy.
He's still alive.
All right, that's GG.
In his hands, and he wants more.
It's a 3v3, but I feel like it's GG's.
But discipline is called for in moments like this, and they temper the round down at that minute mark. Celsius flash.
Oh, Celsius is going in. Oh, okay. Maybe that wasn't a good idea.
That is Sentinels getting ahead of themselves.
It is good information, however, for Sassy to start pushing out. Could he be
and he got this fucking
here?
Odin. Oh wait, they're behind you.
They're
behind you.
They don't quite know where everybody is. In fact, they don't know where anybody is.
He's aware. He's aware.
Full map control lost. Sassy.
Oh, that's bad.
He's watching for that peak. The slow walk around the corner.
Finally comes alive in this map.
Second, 14 assists, 7 kills. Or is also that's Zach.
1v3 spam. Through into the smoke.
You can get the kill on plant.
From Simon, but the smoke was watched the entire time.
Damn, that was good from Smoggy. Smoggy is really good too. He's underrated. I think he's like top 5 smokes.
He's been utterly crucial
in like
for
VCT
them in terms of accessing their full potential.
Almost doubled his kills.
Second movement though is absolutely world class, and he's only played, what is this, his third map playing Neon
this year?
Yeah. With new Neon as well. I mean, all of the stuff he did years ago playing Neon is
It's so crazy because you think like
prodigy,
if
I think, when it comes
Sin
to,
never made playoffs, if they lost to Gen G,
obviously, but
was Zekken just not gonna pull off the
same
Neon
setup
at
being
all
used
this
by
year?
EDG. Got to claw back these rounds one step
Like,
at
yeah,
a time.
right?
Sassy jump spot.
That's
gets
the
that
answer.
acknowledgement.
And at no point can EDG make a mistake.
Because he's played it
One
twice
error,
since.
like
Every
Shishu
game
walking
since.
in here, and it could all be over.
Oh no! Uchiha dropped.
All right,
The flank
45.
opened up. Sentinels. They know that they can play this one nice and safe.
Look at the retake cap. Broken.
No, they're
Nice
broken,
awareness.
though.
Yeah, shock dart has to be used to make sure to get rid of
Bro,
that
these
one.
guys are
Nobody
so
planned
good.
out.
Everyone here is so much
Extension
better
into the
than I
round, but
will
this is
ever
it.
be at this game.
This is where EDG make their stand. See if they can stay alive into this map.
You need good defensive
Okay.
utility here from the post planners.
something.
Paranoia, Aftershock has to be used to keep
He's
them
trying
back.
to push out a little bit.
It's going to be
He's
used.
just trying to hold
Eye
this
for an eye
angle.
when it comes to the util.
Even
Aftershock
back
even
to
down
the
into
side.
hell.
Actually, he said,
Sentinels
fuck it.
are being kept out of
Oh,
the
okay.
Well, ensure
That's what we were
they
waiting
don't
for.
step past it. Nobody right
Yeah,
there
see-
with him.
Yeah, he's gonna save.
The feed is filled
Go
up.
chase him. Go chase him.
All with red. And Hunting chasing. John QT.
Oh my God.
Blinded.
How many
Kang
assists does
empowered.
Simon have?
EDG
He must
are
have
still
like
in this
fucking
fight.
16 maybe.
Lovely post-plan situation play there from EDG. That's such a critical round for them to get. Those two in a row from EDG have now knocked the economy to Zen,
Enemy
Oh
remain.
my God.
which is the first time. Apart from, you know, follow-ups from pistols and whatever.
He's so cool, bro. He's so fucking cool.
So those chances,
He has
6 of
13.
them,
He has 13.
narrowed down to 4.
Second and fucking 10s both have 21 kills each.
She still can't afford to make a mistake. It must be flawless from here on out as into overtime. And we've seen, I mean, even if you think back to yesterday, G2 playing against Fnatic.
Yeah.
They're having to be flawless in that situation. Wild things can happen.
Oh, yeah.
Triple spray downs, full blind, they can occur in games like this. So you never want to be in a spot like EDG currently is, where one big play or one mistake can send you battling forwards onto Sentinels and Lotus. And all the pressure is on your shoulders.
No more breathing room.
EDG are one match win away from being able to get a top 3 spot. And not just a global event, not just a Masters event, a Champions. Something they've never managed to achieve before. And that's got to be minimum. Who knows? They could go further perhaps. And yet today, Fnatic able to access that full potential just yet. They're going to need 4 big rounds to show us what they're truly made of.
With no room for error. These players have been in similar spots before. They know you have to take it one round at a time. For Sentinels, economy dropped all the way down. You can see it just from the 2 sheriffs they're being worked with.
Do they have an eco-round strategy to work with here? Yet another one of those smokes that goes inside a wall.
Oh,
Maybe
wait.
you
Oh, look. Fuck.
can dodge the
There we
recon
go.
dart. Zekken can swing out from an unexpected
Bro, these
position.
smokes that
He's also playing
Tens has been
Aftershock as
throwing
well,
for his
right?
team or him,
If Simon did go
have
for
been
that flash
crazy.
with bricks. But EDG
he's putting it on the side so they can just hide from
any
Silver
pace.
Dart, I'm guessing.
on the anti,
So they can just
and they have
be
been playing
mischievous.
these kind of rounds really slowly, very cautiously.
Which does potentially open themselves up to mistakes being made. Sentinels are going for the full migration.
John's heard the drone.
The attempt to pull some players away, at least nobody, they're seeing no signs of life. You feel so worried into this spot if you are EDG. Potentially even committing. I mean, full bodies players
Or bro,
making their way over towards the seaside. Guess what? Sentinels are ready to meet them.
Ooh.
See if the weaponry does make that difference here. With a stuns, util offloaded into the corner. Kang just can't really hold it down, but a steady grabber still. As the smoke straight
he
away
knew he was there.
overdrive. Kang!
Simon with another assist, 2 more assists.
An electric performance from him still,
my
adjusting
God.
tens. Difficult shot
He has
for him to
23
hit.
now.
Sheriff
This
in hand,
motherfucker is
4-piece.
trying to not
Hunting
let this
down
game
the
go.
remaining player, John QT, quaking in his boots.
You got him.
But he will not give up that ace.
God damn.
I love the determination with which Kang hunted for that one too. Would have been far better for Simon to pick up the kill, get his ult online for the next round. Got to imagine that EDG are fairly confident about getting those ults up anyway. Ult orb over by C hasn't been contested too
Oh
much
my
by
God.
Sen.
I love this guy.
Maybe this would be the round to pull out some kind of play like that. Fight over one of the orbs.
30 seconds left.
Can't with all of those kills is now overtaken Tens and Zekken, who are tied at
That's
21 apiece. But they still got to get 3 more of those. Now Sen have rifles back. Here's that
random
same
matters.
strat again.
Yep.
Yo, look at the
Hiding
smoke
away.
he's hiding in.
Edge of the smoke just might reveal the hand of Sen of what they're going for here. The drone has to be broken.
No, I don't
EDG
think so.
making an attempt to play for that A lobby control, inserting Smoggy. Potentially for the long hauls.
No, he went
It's also going to
back.
be used, pulled out of them.
Damn,
They
Zekken's
don't want
playing
anything to
so
do with
aggressive.
it.
They're
Hunter's
playing so
Fury
aggressive.
Could get some tags onto a few of these players. Yeah, Kang. He was dodging, he was
Kang
weaving,
now.
he was hoping that it would be unaccounted
GG.
for.
Yeah,
Here's the
get that
reaction.
warp.
EDG now making the moves over
No,
towards
Simon
C.
doesn't have ult yet.
Who gets the plant in this position? Okay, nobody throws the spike over to Simon. That's going to get them Rolling Thunder active. Do they play aggressive with it? We saw Sen fail in this spot before.
They're going to let it loose. Let it rip in through the back.
They need the kill, so...
But it's so easy to overextend if you're the attackers.
I mean, maybe nobody's waiting for next round.
That's broken. That's the trigger. They want to try and go for this one. Smokes in their face. After shot
and that does not work.
Rifles.
Oh, they got one. They traded.
Fault line. And get Sentinels back into the fight, back into the fray.
I mean, I don't know. If it's just a high dart,
sliding forwards, G2.
Oh, they got it.
It's dropped to his knees.
GG. I mean, if it's just a hide from dart, I mean, I can't imagine it being that bad. But I mean, to use a smoke for that, other than to just one-way something.
That is Lotus,
I don't know.
excuse me for that.
But we're going to Lotus right now.
A great
Good thing about doing
from
this, I don't have to wait for fucking
a squad that are just getting scarier and scarier.
Evolving as the course of the series goes.
The wall, can they force a map 3? Take this one.
There we go, boys. Right in the map fucking 2.
Brent Sideshow, over to you.
No, map 3 would just be glorious, I think, between these two teams as well. And I hope that EDG have those hidden reserves, I think, to deliver that for us as well, because unfortunately, it is set against them right now in terms of expectations. Lotus is Sentinels map pick. They have looked primed and ready to take the series away on this map in the past as well. Just that, of course, is one I would say. It looked stellar. It looked amazing at this map.
Yeah, this is where they beat Gen G, and I think played the best Lotus performance that we've seen all across Champions. But how much of that was knowing their opponent and playing standard
Lotus.
This is very non-standard from EDG, and we're going to get a clash on now.
Here's a hard read. It's a C-State up and over.
Oh, they got him. They got him.
And yeah, paint shells.
No, I think they got the read on this.
Exactly.
All right.
Splitting them to pieces.
You see the clove.
You couldn't get a better indication of that.
And Zekin's playing not Neon for the first time in the playoffs.
And they were actually aiming for Simon in that spot, but they may have just let it go anyway.
Neon's still really good on this map, as I guess we're going to see from King.
Clear right now for Sentinels.
As it was the last time they played on Lotus, they hard read what Gen G were bringing out. Are they going to expect this contact play, though? Up into A.
Oh, I love the turret. And
the,
oh my god.
Through that blue
I love fucking good KJ play.
That's where they're going. End on B.
Smoky earned himself a lot of space for the rest of his team, and yet that is an open avenue. There's a flash and a peek from Smoggy, but nobody from Sentinels overstepping themselves. In fact, Smoggy
still not even swinging. He's so disappointed.
For another refight. They are grouped up. I believe that's 3 players of EDG.
He's just waiting for it.
They don't think.
Oh my god.
Cuts it up close. Boombot in his hands, lets it loose. We'll take that contact in through the smoke. And the fight has to be taken. Risks in order for EDG to bail themselves out of this spot.
Oh, what was that?
Candle.
That's his Sen classic.
To everything Sen were running, man. It's layers ahead, thinking about it every single step of the way.
What the fuck? That shit's cute as
That's
hell.
an utterly beautiful pistol round from Sen. Right from the beginning, you're seeing them anti with this C-Snade, and it looks like they were going to throw it even without the fault line there, based on the timing. That catches on to nobody. Look how well Zekin is played into this spot by Sassy. Sassy jiggles, making it feel like he's the only player Waterfall.
Oh my
Sassy
god.
even rotates to open the door and apply pressure from another route. It's perfection. It's actually scaring me watching Sen. they are playing so much better here.
It's all right, mate. You don't have to face them.
It's okay. Absolutely. But they're playing so much better than you have any right to expect of a team that looked like they were in a bit of a slump before champs. They've woken up.
All the experience, accumulating, mounting down to this. They've been in rough spots before, this Sentinel squad as well. And for how much this means for EDG in this series, where a win would get them top 3 for Sentinels, they've already reached those heights and more. They've lifted a trophy. They've been in these spots.
Another one, baby.
What it takes to win a tournament. On display, I think, from that preparation, Tens. Doesn't overstep himself, just takes the one player. Kang drop down and out. Zekin with a re-exploration, realizing that these players are split up, and now it's time for a bit of AWP farming. Zekin going to want to try and potentially get that ult closer and closer to being online. Simon chewing him up. Nice crossfire setup with him and nobody. It's brought it down to 1v3, but with nobody low enough as it is. Boombot spotting him as well.
Oh my god. The util.
Gun and an open side onto C.
May have been slightly overzealous there, that push out through the smoke on C. Nobody's a great player. You can't give him openings like that. I think the health is just too low. It would be such a task for him to be able to get plant down and a free pick and reset and win the 1v2. can just get spammed through any box, any slight
not gonna get the plan money.
door frame.
Nobody's just tapping this one. We've only 14 seconds left.
It looks like he's just trying to save the gun.
He's trying to, save a gun, potentially catch that kill.
He should have
wasn't expecting to win that one, so he doesn't get away with a weapon either.
And he puts the Phantom back into the hands of Sentinels, so Zekin's going to be happy he got that one at the end. This is another thing that absolutely blew Gen G away, is that Sen are so good right now at putting the right people in positions to farm the ult economy on Lotus.
Yeah, they are really
second
good.
again. This is mirror image, although the sides are swapped, of what happened last time they played on Lotus.
Like Icebox, where
I'm
they
sure
just
people are
were
gonna be
giving
calling for him to play Neon
Saucy
on this map,
all the
but
fucking
the Raze
kills.
ult is so
So he can
powerful,
get
and second
fucking
always is there at the tip of the spear on pistols and follow-ups.
Oh yeah.
He's 2 away.
I mean, it's called showstopper for a
I
reason.
never even noticed his hands over there.
Heavily impactful. Basically defines the way that you do play the map.
Oh, he's just in.
Of Lotus with this composition. Very much all in though from EDG.
Okay.
In through B.
Good dive by King K.
Sentinels give up this open space onto the site. Willing to try and play
Double
this one into the
smokes.
retake.
That's the only
Bonus
thing,
weaponry
like, you have to
they
play
do have. They are grouped
Hope
up as well,
with
so 5 versus 5.
Pressure here towards Heaven onto John
And at
Q, who only
that
has
point,
a ghost. That could be the win con
like,
for EDG.
You get an open comp. Do you want to put Cloven?
Making sure that they can dominate a portion.
Or is there a
of the
better
post
person
plan
to
here,
put?
John?
Is there a better
Seemingly aware of
agent
it though,
to
he just
put?
catches that contact and he makes the call that they are playing
Clove
up
is
towards
cool.
Heaven. The question is, does Sen have anything to deal with it? Bullets flying forwards, luck at a draw was what they were hoping
my
for.
God,
Simon!
This kid's
doesn't need
really
luck
good.
on his side. Flex the muscles, flex the mechanics. And with that, Sen,
Yeah, there's
round is
something.
dusted for them.
You know what I really want to see? I want to
spot to
see
put your breach
Sen.
in.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're giving ults.
Get on the board early up as well.
I want to see
Helping
Sen
settle
run
those
double
nerves.
duelists
They need a
and
big
put Tens on
performance to come out
duelists
from
and
Smoggy
10
playing
and
Clove
Zekins
on
on
this map.
duelists. I don't know who
Big
would run
reasons why
smoke.
you would
I
make
think
a
you
pick
would
like
keep
that.
Saucy on Initiator.
Until Smoggy starts putting up those big performances,
and I
Simon
think you
has
keep
been there.
John
And he was there on Haven.
on
Normally,
Sen.
it's like big
So I
impacting
guess you
clutch
turn
moments or
Zelsus in the
something that we've
smoke?
seen from
Can
Simon,
Zelsus
but now
smoke? I don't know.
He's just letting the raw aim do the talking, tucked into basically
Maybe
a
I
one
don't
and done
know.
in that spot.
Did
and gets
Zelsus
two.
ever play smokes
Here's
for
a fight
C9?
over towards
What
Rubble.
did he play for old Sen?
Sees nade prepped again. We saw the value that that brought on the
I don't
pistol.
even know.
Yeah, you might think as well, clashes might favor EDG into this spot, but all it
He
takes
always
is the one.
been like flex
To make a go of
initiator.
things here as well. TP up and towards the top. The sees, I believe, was dead a little bit too early there, so they give up that space once more. Fault line. Second level of things here for EDG, just in case there is that refight.
Okay, you check the box
Just clearing
more than
most
I
of this.
do. Or my
Sentinels
teammates.
players, though, they're lying in wait,
Oh,
and the
they're
paranoia
fucking-
triggers the play.
Oh,
Still,
all right.
Chichu still
Can we
there.
check it, please?
In the sky. Ready to punish them
Bro, I
for the
feel like
hubris, thinking that they could take
pros
that fight
just
open
send
out.
util,
Sassy,
but don't
combat
actually
repeat.
check what they use the
Trade not
util
in
for.
sight. Players
No,
not
they're
ready
so
to
good, the
account for
util
that one.
hits.
Sassy's
They know
still
what they're
here,
doing.
man. Dropping
Oh,
himself
Sassy.
back.
2v2
Onto 12
now.
HP, but with 2 kills. Earned under the round, and under his belt, there's an opening now for Sentinels in the round.
Champs form
They
Sassy
know
is a
about John
dangerous
behind
beast. This is not guaranteed at all for nobody in Smoggy.
Going through the back of the side, you can tell that there's still levels of unknown. Even the C's just use
Yeah,
preemptively
absolutely.
in case that somebody was in that smoke.
They're worried about hard anchors. They're thinking that John could be in that spot. Sen have actually doubled up here. Looks like it could well catch EDG off guard.
Half advantage though for EDG.
Let's see what's happened here.
And Sentinels themselves splitting up. Watch for live from John. A couple of different avenues, but not
Oh
pushed
my
together.
god!
John, where have you pulled that one from? The
should
brink
play together
seemingly,
now.
it leaves it all down to Smoggy.
Yeah, they're grouped up.
Time will start to tick onto this one here, and he's isolating his voice.
Oh, I thought he got both.
John
I thought he got both for a
stands
second.
tall to the pressure. And a rifle fire itself, he was not shaken. Wins it out, granting Sentinels that third.
John standing up, standing tall, as you say, not allowing the nerves or the moment to get to him. Trading out the player with the weaker health in front. I'm not a big fan of how Sentinels played this round, actually, in terms of their strategy to re-clear on Rubble. It gave EDG the advantage, and it was individual skill from Sassy.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, what is that?
Yeah.
Nice, boys!
I don't know what that kill was either.
Sen getting back in with the player quality that we know from this team. EDG need to be able to answer. Same or very similar Rubble setup from the defenders here. Ten's not playing inside tree. They're making
Bro,
a
I
mix-up.
do that in comp now. spam that with
very
Odin.
quickly.
I
to
have
stop a
not
beef
gotten
fight
any kills from
happening,
it.
but if Simon rips his ult, all three players
Showstopper
could be caught.
Zekken's closer to showstopper. He's
Oh.
gonna rip. Earlier,
No one?
At least not even getting the kill. Damage done.
I thought he
still
gets
surviving.
at
He's
least
on the
2,
front.
and they
They've
don't
crossed
check
it up
that
onto the
counter.
corner.
Oh, what the
The
fuck,
defense of
Tens?
Sassy will punish them for stepping past that.
What a read
Yeah, they're
from
just
Zen
running
that
C
was
now.
going B early on. Fake rubble fight, and they've read the pivot over towards C here as well. They are not worried about a repop into B whatsoever. Taking spawn, waterfall, ready to fight these guys, deny the plant before it even comes through.
Hardest read.
John's so far ahead of the game.
You're gonna
Following
spam
the
it.
sound cues as well, Simon. Sticking with the
Yeah, I
He
knew
doesn't
it.
even get
I
that.
fucking knew it.
Bullets precisely lay it down exactly where they were needed, and Chichu's just praying,
playing
hoping
safe.
that he doesn't receive the same fate. Spike planted. But it's not in a great spot here, and with the paranoia sweeping
he
his
got
way
one.
through, it's down to instinct and timing. Chichu still traded off. Only with the one. Smoggy smoked off and away in a
Okay.
crossfire to lay claim to his life. Sentinels.
Bro, are we sure
Again,
EDG wins this game?
Showcasing the preparation, showcasing
Or
the
does
form,
Sen 2-0?
the constant evolution of this squad, and the experience.
And look how beautifully they dodged that. Two players
I
still in
will
crossfire
say,
position, Sassy and Ten.
I think Sen has
able to
made the
shut down
best
that rolling thunder
team,
completely.
like, team of
And that after their
players.
showstopper
Maybe
campaign
Gen G is
failed
close,
as
but they
well.
just beat
They're
Gen
like
G,
a
and they
second
beat
layer
Gen
of their
G
defense.
2 of the 4 times in the more important games.
Many
I think
steps
this
ahead.
team is just so well
It's
put
getting to the point where I'm
together.
at risk as well.
Maybe Team Heretics. Their
Over
team's
Blazing
really well
Sentinels,
put
perhaps,
together,
but
too.
honestly, they deserve it.
They do. The performance we're seeing from them at the moment is
Because like Sen
trophy-lifting
gets in
caliber,
slumps,
actually.
but they always
The
get out of
question
them.
is whether they can keep it up, and whether EDG
When Saucy
can
gets
answer
on,
back.
And John's a fragging fucking IGL, and Zeus is the vibe merchant, and then you have fucking literally Kyrie and LeBron.
Into the next. A control's given up. Sen
Like quite literally
just
those
looking to
two
play
players.
positionings. They've got them surrounded on every front imaginable. The door's going to open up with the Prowl as well, but that's going to be broken down early. Tens treating out through the back of the side. That is
Okay,
risky
Second.
by Second.
Oh my God.
Satchel to save
my
the
God.
day. Sassy striking
Old man's
right
back.
where it hurts. And accounted for with a pin to play. And it just feels like there's no hope at this point for EDG.
Sassy has hidden
He's
reserves.
having a better day. Yeah,
If you
I feel
think
like
back
Val's like
to the way in which this guy lifted a champion's trophy.
Lev has a
all
really good
throughout
team
that
too.
year. 2 years ago, he would
But
always say,
Sen does
he
have
would
better
always say,
chemistry because
"It
they've
doesn't
just
matter
been
about
together
Masters,
longer.
What we're prepping for is champs. We're looking to level up.
But yeah,
at the right
I feel like
time. When you watch him in the
I
shots,
feel like
he's in-
Valorant's just.
I don't think Sassy's been doing this very much this year.
Jesus
and I was a
Christ.
little worried that maybe he didn't
I
have
feel like
it in
Val's a
anymore.
lot just like who's
But
playing
more
better
fool
that
me
day.
for thinking that.
I feel like that's how it
Ball
is for
beast
me
from
in
Brazil.
comp.
This
Like
guy,
if I'm
he is
having, if
unreal
I'm
with the
on, I'm
form
on.
factor
But
that he's
if I'm
been
off,
in over
I'm
the course
off.
of
I
this
feel like
tournament.
at this level it must be the
Even at the
same.
beginning as well, he was
Even though
saying
they're just
that
way
it doesn't matter
better.
how many trophies you win, it
Even
just
if they're
makes you
off,
more
they're
and more
still
addicted
fucking
to
sitting
winning.
on me in their sleep.
It makes you want it more.
But Lev seems really good too.
Plenty of
In
other
the beginning of the
players
year, it was a
feeling
little
that right now as
shaky,
well.
but
Tens, Sassy,
they got it
understand
together
it.
throughout the first
They've
and second
been
split.
both
Kickoff
good
wasn't
at
good for
times
them.
as well as the
First
good,
split
for
and
sure.
second split were
They're
amazing.
trying to bring that peak at
But-
the right moment.
Are they a playoff
Back
team?
to last year.
I mean, we'll find out.
You don't have to think back.
Did
far.
Lev play?
No. And that's one of the massive difference between these two teams.
what was the
Sen are
other
trying to
game?
fight as an org, from Tenz's POV for that third trophy, that third peak. Whereas it would be EDG's first attempt at even making top 3, a podium finish, minimum bronze in this tournament if they were able to come back here. But it would take something, some incredible
Lev versus
resilience.
Team
'Cause right
Heretics?
now they're looking beaten
Who
down.
won that game?
And they need
you guys
this
know?
round. Their economy is getting stretched.
I'm not gonna watch it. I have to go to work after this
Forward,
one, so
pulled a lot
I'm
of
just
these
watching the
Sentinels
same
players
game.
out and away. Kankang's the only player in through the side. Chichu sticking with the TP in through. You're in the smoke already.
Oh,
TP
what the
crossing
fuck?
Under the corner, Kankang. Punish from the Odin spam. Directed him exactly to where Zelsis is going to be playing from, and the smokes are renewed in the face of Sentinels. This is a different look for EDG, but still.
Lev won that one. Oh my
difficult to even
god.
Get this plant down.
What was the
plan. Nightfall now.
2-1 or
Use and expend
2-0?
it. Sentinels trying to use this. They get
Oh
themselves
my god,
in.
John.
And John QT.
Jesus
Got
fucking
his
Christ,
ashes
those
to the wind.
spams.
Chichu will have to hold it down, out through the back move before sound cut away. Not long for this one.
Damn, so whoever wins this plays Lev.
Isolating, heads are popping, Sassy sticking onto the half. The util is good. Best chance in a long
Oh my
while.
God, Saucy.
They've got to deal with Sassy. Not dead yet. Sassy sticking, but the
Oh.
swing coming through.
Yeah. Nice try. Nice try,
Another
Saucy.
round where Smoggy gets
DC.
impact. That's a huge turnaround
This is
from
well played by
EDG
them.
in a spot where it looked like John off the back of Sassy's ultimate had done enough. EDG fight back, make sure that their eco isn't broken again, and get at least a second round on the board.
Damn, 2-0. They 2-0'd Team
He's trying
Heretics.
to give his team as many good opening opportunities.
That's
as he
actually
can.
kind of crazy. Because
That's more or
I have
less
very
the
high
game
regards
we've come
for
to
Team
expect from
Heretics.
Smoggy. Look good there in that position.
Yeah, Lev's in form.
And now big
They might
fight
win the
again.
tournament.
Sen have not
Dude,
really
Lev
been brought
Sin?
into these, but they have been
Left
doing
Sin
some really
for the
strats.
tournament is crazy. That might happen.
Spotted out though. He opened the door himself.
If
as well.
Sen
See
wins
he
this
can get
game, then it would be Lev Sin, and then whoever goes down, I think just if Lev go down, I think they beat Team Heretics again. I think Sin is better than Team Heretics, so I think if Sin goes down, oh my God, they beat Team Heretics.
Tested in that moment. Can't offset EDG.
Team Heretics, yeah, they're still young. They're a very young team. So like the inexperience comes in sometimes, especially in the playoffs of the big tournament. That's why they haven't won one yet.
And EDG do
But,
have it in them. What a beautiful change of
I'm
tempo.
a big Team Heretics believer.
Just when it looks like they're down and out, they put together two.
I think even if they
very
don't win
nice
this year,
rounds.
I think they're gonna win a tournament next year.
Utilizing the fact that Sen have been a bit timid over on Rubble. Haven't put together a
Alright,
round where
Zelsa's
Sen have
just
gone for the
saving
full
at this point.
denial. Seen spots where
Alright,
Celsius has
EDG's
got
bringing it
that
back.
position before, but he's got no
Gonna be
hope
3-5,
here.
only down
He's just
2.
trying to hold on to that Phantom. It's his first kill, strangely enough.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Sometimes that's the way of things when you do end up
I'm hot as shit. I'm gonna take my
dominating,
hoodie
winning
off.
by such a margin that
Yeah,
you just don't
other
get
people-
involved into the fights.
Other people are just doing it for him.
Yeah. Keeps into the next though. And this is EDG, I think, with that tempo increase. The prior round, if you remember, think back, that EDG did win. They started with a very slow default.
Super slow. First minute, they weren't really doing much. I mean, they were pressuring towards A and C, making it difficult for Sen to get the read.
Yeah.
But that was a massive increase in pace. And Tens got caught completely off guard there. John wasn't fast enough to make a decision about what he wanted to do, how he wanted to support Tens. So the Omen star for Sentinels was left adrift.
Damn, I'm gonna have to watch that.
He's gonna come in.
I'm gonna have to watch the highlights from.
He was
that
talking during the
Lev
coaching
fucking
interview about how on Haven he felt like his
Lev
team
Team
did a great job listening
Heritage
to him during
game.
timeouts, taking some of the strategies he'd given them.
Did Aspas like? Did
They're gonna
Aspas go
stay
crazy?
ahead of the game here.
Is he just the goat?
Second continues to be playing at an outrageous level. Since he's picked up the Neon, by the way, he's been averaging 300 ACS, 200 ADR.
Let me know.
In the previous map, he was 9-1 in first kill to first death seconds. He was
I
5-0 in first kills against
I said it. Whoever wins this
He's kept all
tournament
that
is the
face
go.
up.
If
Proving
Lev
that he's not
wins,
gonna
then
be
Aspas
able
to
to
go.
one away from Showstopper.
If Sin wins,
locked
then
in.
Tens
And
is
it
the go.
looks like
If Team Heritage wins,
they're
then
going to be
Mini
bringing
Boo's
that
the
over
goat.
towards A. This is very similar to what they were doing against Gen G.
You
Putting
think
John
Sin
Q
will
here
make
as well,
changes
giving them a snake bite
if
to
they
be able
don't
to
win?
shut
No,
down
I think they stay together.
any EDG Rubble fight.
I thought about it,
Got
maybe
the read slightly wrong
bringing
here.
someone
They're gonna
in
just end
for
up using a
Saucy,
ton of util.
but
when EDG
Saucy
are
has been
not
one of the best
contesting it.
players they've had
A lot of that's not going to be used for
tournament.
retake for plan.
It's obvious that Saucy will show
Scurry
up.
away as well. Most
in
of the space is
important
going to be given up.
tournaments.
It's hard to hold on to this. With
and they won
EDG's
this
composition,
year.
the
So
double
even if they don't
initiator,
win,
Prowler,
like,
Sassy.
They
Catch
won
the
once
contact.
this year.
Needs to be careful.
I don't think he
Doors
changed that
open wide
roster.
for the evacuation.
And that's where you see the value of Clove Smokes as well. Smoggy throws one down
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
they're-
able to get this space. And they
they're in
found a
there.
completely open
But
A
the
side.
rotates are
EDG
right
come
there.
out of the attack
All
timeout.
four are
Read
right
Sen
there.
perfectly.
Great ideas. Center in position though to try and make it a go of this one with the flood defense.
Oh.
Rocket to the floor.
Nice.
And it finds the contact and target exactly. Zekken was
Like,
looking
who would
for.
you even
Almost
change?
beamed
I
down into
think
the
Celsi
process,
would
but
be
it's a
the
kill
only one
advantage,
you
and
would
that puts the
change.
uncertainty in place
Maybe
here for
Zelsus,
EDG. It's
I
a
don't
tap.
know. But
They
I
want
feel like
nothing to do
Zelsus
with
is
the
really
A-side.
important for the
I
team
mean,
structure.
ideally, they'd be
I
looking
feel like
to go
Saucy
towards
is
B,
really
but they don't
important for
actually
the
have
team
any info
structure.
there, nobody
And
playing
is like
B
the
main.
vet.
They'd have to be
And
worried
has
about
shown
so
up
many
in these
angles if they
playoffs
did go
in
for that
champs.
pivot.
So I feel like you
They
can't
also
touch
only have
this
one
roster.
smoke on Smoggy right now.
Door opened and a cut of noise. Trying to bait Sen in for the re-exploration. Still the Haunt will reveal the hand. And Smoggy cuts it up onto the angle as they're trying to evacuate.
I love
and
Clove.
make that pivot
Even
possible
though
out
my
towards
KD
B.
with
There's still
her is
players at
below
their
1.
backs. Sentinels
So
be
I'm
ready
like, I
to
just
remove
die
a
a
few
lot.
lives.
Which
Beat
is like
from
the point of
Sassy.
Clove.
Horns
But
as well,
still,
doesn't
I
get
would
broken.
like to not have a
And it's flanks on flanks, the timing's round and round we go. Simon
But
I play her so
it's a
much.
phone line. He's trying to play his
she's
team
the only
back in,
smoke
but
I
from
ever
that
play.
angle, John QT is
hold
none the
up, hold up.
wiser.
He thought it was coming from
2v2.
sight.
Still a 2v2. On plan to really for them well. On at the baby door,
Let's lock
Sassy's
him.
holding. Damaged under Zelsis. It's precarious. He feels like he can't really make the tap happen. Contact. High-low. EDG. Waiting to strike that time pressure. Sentinels, you're running out of wing cons. You've got to stick this at some point. Circle's got to be shrinking at some point here. Locking it down onto the corner and have not earned. It's EDG. Bringing it back. One round at a time
Dude.
is how it's done.
I
A 4-1
spoke
to
too
the tally.
soon.
And one more to be even.
If nerves were affecting them during Haven, as Muggle said, there are no signs of it anymore. These last 3 rounds, absolute steel nerves from them. After Sassy goes to the tap, they don't budge an inch. They didn't give any possibility of a fight there to Zelsis or Sassy. And Simon, I thought he might have
That was
given
very
it away
well
with full
played
line,
by
but he
EDG.
still ended up finding value in
Very
his
well
work
played by
spot.
them.
We're back into this round. Sentinels again, making sure that rubble belongs
good.
to the defenders. But it is a large util investment.
An immediate response again from EDG to making the right reads in that regard.
All right, he's in.
Yeah, I think coming out of this tag timeout, it's actually worked against Kaplan. EDG are even happier knowing that there's 4 players committed to A at the beginning of the round.
It's going to be another level to this one. There was a Paranoia and a Prowler used by EDG. Rolling Thunder is earned, and Simon has it primed and ready. Up and over the top. A lot of angles to account for. That is composure from Kang Kang. And he wants to take it one step further still.
Nice
Defended.
kill, John.
Up and over the shoulder. The IGL will put Kang Kang to bed.
EDG, though, have taken so much space. Send group up, re-clear through
I
spawn.
love using the
Tends the backstab through
CC
waterfall
check
as well.
Unorthodox with the angle. Nobody. It
well
is
played.
train to the skies. Yep, that Haunt, it still gets the value and still gets the damage done. Chichu can't land it with a spray, but eventually there. Stun still connecting. Sassy now sticking. Defended. Up and around, and Simon's left to do it all from that spot. It's just not possible.
Simon, though, playing very
What pace, what aggression
Still.
from Sen. How does Sassy
trying to
survive
do
with
it.
5 HP there? Smoggy once more put in a position to win a round for EDG. He's top of the scoreboard, but I think he whiffed his chance again. 120 to the body by the look of things, and Sassy still won the duel. This is what I'm talking about. Can't be allowed to happen. He's got to be winning those kind of fights. Another spot where Sassy comes up huge, and this time opting into the rubble fight on a weaker buy. But Sen don't have the snake bite here. And actually, EDG, right as the barriers drop, start drifting away as well. They don't want any piece of that.
They don't even take
Slow
the rebel
play from
control.
EDG
They
is
just
gonna
throw
be
the util to act like they're taking it.
Throw a bit of caution into the mix.
And now they're B.
There's still danger
they're
for
ready to
EDG, you know,
crunch
despite
on
the fact
this
that it is a
fucking
weaker buy.
seed.
They have 3
This is
rifles.
perfect.
Absolutely. And if there was a round for Smoggy to find some impact, it would be now with Clovel online. This looks like a setup to try to punish people in Mound or B, depending on where Sen take contact first.
Pings. Yep, they saw John before he was even aware of the process.
Right there.
They don't
Knock
even
him out
know
of the
that.
picture, taking him out with a head, and Paranoia is beautiful, blinding up into this spot.
I feel like
Smoggy
they had to be
putting a
faster
squeeze
on
on
that.
alongside Chichu.
I love that read.
I feel like they could have got a
Smoggy
kill,
and Chishu
though.
there, ready to backstab the people trying to punish Mound. EDG, their macro game has been remarkably good these last 5 or so rounds.
Then I'm trying to go for round 2. While this is going on, though, it's EDG that's somehow been flipped up against him. With Chichu being dropped, Smoggy now has to contain and contest alongside the flank. Never go around with the door rotating. It's random sprays and rifles. Well trained. EDG, they know what it takes to get the round done, finished, clocked up, and sealed up with every single kill. Sassy scurrying to save the weapon into the next. This is
I see the
EDG.
vision.
As I said at the beginning, there was danger with those 3 rifles, and they put them to good usage, put them to good work.
And if Sassy can save this weapon and save his armor, there is a chance that Sen is still going to be able to put together a good buy. That's why it's so important he keeps the Phantom online. EDG have just turned the map, honestly.
All right, maybe
It looked like
6-6
Sen
half.
were about to put up a decent lead heading into the half, and now 6-6.
Yeah.
More than possible, likely, I think.
Can't argue with EDG's grit, determination here. They lose the opening pistol round, yet still being able to make it even in terms of rounds at the first half.
Yeah, and I think nobody's adaptations have been really solid too.
Yeah.
The tag timeout that Kaplan took, I think Muggle had more impact.
Isolate and exterminate.
All right, let's see how this
Tempo
goes.
switch up from EDG, always keeping Sen guessing. Once more, the all-in with the util.
Take it backward. Oh,
Burns an
they're
all. John is committing this pit.
Okay,
Okay,
interesting
so
play. EDG might want to accelerate here into C. It's only Zelsis. He can pop down the ult, but he might get pressured in waterfall.
Yeah. Nano Swarms going to be deaded here. Divides up the site. Retake Viper Wall as well for Sentinel to try and play with. And to have EDD to chew through.
Okay, so
Zelsis
this
now.
is the plan. They
Lockdown.
wanted
It's
them
never
to
to really
go
clear this one. You have to take this one.
Oh my God,
Fighting
that's
straight
lovely.
up. Brute force on display. Blinded up though. And the util is overwhelming.
Stinger.
Sheer cacophony of it. Nothing to clear it. Respect has to be shown. EDG now have to back away. Cut away with the sound cues. They don't even know if anybody's onto this one, but just peering up and over, spamming away.
Terrible.
Still earning their way.
Why are they just
into
killing
a
them
round
from
with
spam?
EDG and Kang ahead of the curve, unaccounted for.
Right.
Up onto the side. That's a 6-6 finish for EDG, despite everything that was against them.
What a comeback! This Chinese squad, you know, things are starting
That was
to
the
work
first
out
half.
again now.
God damn.
Double Sheriff on the pistol round from Sen, a strat that they've adapted and picked up from Gen G. Does give them opportunities to win fights long range very consistently.
Sentinel's gone for slow siege, a nice hold to start. EDG
High-low.
an easy access over towards A Rubble 2. Chichu's happy to take up that space as well. It's going to be giving a lot of mid-round information over, but no exploration really from anyone else on EDG.
EDG do tend to leave the C site fairly weak. You can see here it's only Smoggy holding that down. Clove not usually enough to hold on to a site all on their own.
Got a presence. What a Prowler's committed over towards A.
As the Viper Wall goes up as well, threatening that Sen could be contacted behind that. As the Viper Wall drops, EDG start to realize it's not A at all. They reinforce towards C.
Okay, let's see.
Is there a pivot here? Are they going to fake C and hit B? That would leave Kang Kang in a very exposed position.
Still Kang Kang. Maybe spotted. Yes, indeed. The season nade it rebounds as well. There's no run though with a hideout against it. Util combo. Unfortunate.
Want to go back C?
Kang Kang's going to be dropped and that first kill handed over to Sen, but there's still
They're
chances
still
for
there,
EDG.
brother.
They're doubled up. It's a high-low waiting for the bodies to come flying forwards here.
Kill.
Playing up the sound cue. Stun was good and stopping them in their tracks.
That's not good.
Sentinels cannot cross that line and the barrier just not there for them. Zelsis time against him. And it's of the essence. There needs to be that defense. 4 seconds left. They've got to stick this one. It needs to be covered. Chichu. He wins the day. John QT was not there in time.
Where was John?
So EDG with a pistol round to begin the second half of Lotus.
Well, the crowd here certainly believing that it's winnable. That fault line from Simon, superb. Coming across
I also
that,
figured
just
out the
pick it up.
comp for
Sure,
if
it doesn't actually allow a kill
if
to
Sin
follow
go
up on the
double
back of it,
duelist,
distressed
John
Sen
would play
made them
smokes
have to
like he is
hit
now.
the C site in a couple of different
maybe like a
waves and
Viper or
allowed for
something.
easier kills from nobody.
Zelsis
Where
would
was
play
John towards the end of that?
Sentinel.
If he's
Sentinel.
been
I don't know why I
diced
said it
Zelsis,
like that, but he has played
Clearly,
Senti before.
round victory in the pistol.
I think he played Senti before with first.
Ult has to be
oh
accounted
my
for,
god.
but- Oh,
Sluggy.
Smoggy.
No
Expecting
ult
that it could be
playing
players.
that aggressive?
In the smoke. The purpose of it, handed over a
Oh,
good
that
Simon's
kill
good
was
though.
actually
Simon's
insane.
been asked to do so much in this match, and he's been there for it every time. What a warrior for EDG.
Dishes it right back as well. A little bit of safety here for EDG, but while all that was going on, they did lose access to most of the map. The rotations that were made, Chichu, you can tell just from his positioning, he's scared of like an A-lurk, the potential of that.
EDG do not have that Viper to play around, which means no frequent wall or smokes in B.
Right.
So I think this is going to be a theme of Sen's attack side, looking to see if they can contact up and get picks in this
They
area.
have this V site.
They're going to realize no one's home. They don't have smokes to work with themselves, apart from that Viper orb.
Plan here, Junkie T. Sticks it down. Doors open up from Simon, looking to contest as well. He's definitely putting the squeeze on these Sen players.
Cover going out.
As long as there's that caution from EDG, they should be able to find a way through this round here. Kill. Chichu wins it out. Zekin's quite there. Rapid onto the approach, but right behind him is Kang. Trying to take him out. Pesky problem up through heaven. Tap already, and the movement is nice.
What the fuck was that shot?
Simon sticking a defuse.
That might been one of the
rest of his team
craziest
as well.
shots
Cover
I've
that
ever
one
seen.
still.
Wait,
don't make it expensive.
we don't care about that? EDG, good pistol, good.
But that's the best they're able to accomplish in that round. It does seem like a bit of a weakness, a bit of a gap, and EDG are going to have to do a lot of pivoting on the defense side to reinforce these holes.
Well, this is the bonus.
Smoggy's alone on C. He needs those rotates to come through quickly enough, and all of those rotates are going to come by the fact that EDG is maintaining rubble control. You need deep rubble info to be able to allocate your resources towards the rest of the map. So I would be expecting Sen to try to reclear a bit more heavily in the kind of early to mid round. And yeah, we haven't seen that from them yet.
Kitchen sink thrown out by EDG. Junkie T is going to be reading all that util.
You see the map now.
Second took a little bit of damage there, but it's not permanent.
There's fear from Sen here. They're worried about a trap play potentially. Celsius one away now from the lockdown. It's one of the things that this EDG comp is good at when you're running the double initiator.
Yeah, they can set up huge traps.
Yeah.
But look again, the rubble control is all the way of EDG, and so they can afford to have 2 players C currently.
Deep horns. Broken. Kang's position not revealed out through the back there with the door opened wide. Smoke in his face. Bit of anti-synergy perhaps. He was hoping to potentially see some players scattered with 40 seconds. Sentinels' options are running dry.
They're going to have to go towards B. You can see the pings on the minimap. They're going to make it look like they're re-clearing onto rubble.
Oh my god. 2 with the stinger?
What is that from nobody?
I think they were
Close
both blind.
quarters. It's where he thrives. Stinger in hand. A buy round for Sen. Full investment with the rifle. Simon, he's ahead of most of that util, but they're just giving Sentinels a win con and into the round.
Very similar to the prior round here. A 3v4, Sen at a disadvantage. Can they try to make something happen in post plans? EDG need to play tight, together. Chishu, nobody, doubling up.
It's all split up by Sen as well. Everybody's just willing to take their own fights here.
What?
Open, what an
John,
adjustment.
how do you not get
Nobody
that
snaps to the
kill?
sides. Dismisses John as easily as that. Sassy, his turn to step up, but the movement at charges makes it so damn awkward. Tens up and ready.
How do you get 2?
60
How do you
HP.
get 2?
Not just the tap, it's a full stick as well from Kang with a smoke as well. The play around comes down to that RNG. And the shots and bullets just not landing for him. EDG.
God damn it.
That's now a bonus round conversion in for the second half of Lotus.
They've taken control here.
Okay,
Sentinels have only won 1 round out of the last 9.
Yeah, I see it. Oh my god.
This is dominant from
way.
EDG. They got
He
activated
wasn't blind, he was
halfway
just in
through
the
that first
smoke.
half, and then now they can't be stopped.
They just tried to walk through the one
The
way.
double kill from nobody is absolutely ludicrous. That's the kind of thing that Sentinels cannot afford to happen to them.
No.
And I think they've got a major problem here, which is breaking through that rubble control. EDG allocating 2 players holding it, one on top of rubble, the other on roof. And Sen can't break through.
They're getting
Anytime they put the fight
no
on the Prowler
rubble
broken too early,
control
the spam
at
through
all.
some level of defensive utility. They're not taking that area. And they look afraid to opt into the fight at the start of the round. We've seen them default towards C, I think every single round on their attack side so
Yeah,
far.
they're trying to apply pressure towards it. Maybe re-explore it a little bit. Probably when you're playing against a CDG comp, instead of trying to take C, mount control, pressure over towards it, full rotation potentially. But they're taking too long to do it.
And also their pivots through between B and C are getting slowed down by Simon's utility.
Yeah,
so Simon can fault line, and he's been immaculate with those. He can fault line to allow the defense to rotate between B and C quicker than Sen can. Sentinels only bringing Sheriffs into this round. Reggie looking to fight them in mound here. Pretty aggressive option to go for on the anti-eco, to be honest.
Looking like we're going to mount.
And these massive ultimates for Sen not going to be used in this round unless they find that opening.
This could go wrong very easily. Prowler.
Yeah, someone, we were
to
talking about it in
Kang.
chat a little while ago, but yeah,
C's expended, Tens has the TP to evacuate.
2-0.
And this is
Apparently
a very different
Team
look,
Heritage
right?
just
EDG
didn't have a
have
good
been
day.
maintaining their macro advantage by being
I
able
fell
to hold
asleep,
on
so I
to
didn't
this
watch any of
space
the
here,
game,
rubble.
so
And
I'm
now they're
just
giving it to
watching
Sen.
the Sen game.
The rifles should sing, however.
But yeah,
Chichu is
did
the
you watch the
only player.
game
Lockdown
or watch the
for
highlights?
the reinforcements.
Did
Smoke's gonna be joining
his ass pass just a goat?
Stray
Did they
bullet's
just
going to be
ass
laid
pass
down.
everything? Or?
Door's broken though. It's a pivot from Sen. Essentially all players trying to make the moves over. Zelt's just a shoulder peeking out, trying to bait this shot. Simon
so good.
can't maintain it. It's rattled back and forth here, but with the Sheriffs, Sentinels are trying to make this one work. An ultimate pulls out with a nightfall and a flank occurring right from the back. This will put a squeeze onto the remaining Sen players.
They're the best
For them to try and bail themselves out with the heroics, and an committed damage done. Decay is still there. Sassy, weak as anything, doesn't know that the players are rapidly approaching. And they dismantle the hold that Sen were just desperately trying to cling to on the site.
They committed
was a lot of danger there, though. I don't think EDG should be going for that kind of defensive setup too often in the rest of this half, because it did open the door for Sen. A couple of nice shots as well. That one in particular, Sassy finding Kankan. Made the round winnable enough for John to try to invest that pit. But their big ultimates to get into sites yet to be expended. Lockdown, showstopper. Those are going to be active here for this incredibly pivotal.
Before EDG wins this, or?
I was going to say eco swing round, but to be honest, Sen, with the loser's bonus, they're still going to be able to buy up into the next. I still expect them to treat this one as if it's mightily important, though, and stop EDG getting to 11. EDG leaving A utterly open.
Gone for a fight, though. Celsius has been caught by this. The stun is perfect. Kankan is right there. Up onto it. Paranoia slightly misses. Ultra expended. Ultra committed. And EDG have put everything into this. But they topple. They fall. Crumbled from the util in a hold of Sentinels. It's discipline that reins them in.
EDG, after the TAC timeout, have tried to change their defensive setups. Anything that they've gone for that was different to what they opened with has failed.
This is interesting.
And this is nice pressure. It's just keeping Simon anchored to the A site. Does it pull Smoggy away? He's going to read this.
Still at that angle. It's a brutal one to take. Crosshair placement, many angles he could be peeked from, but Smoggy's feeling like he has to take it at that point.
And I think Sen will be super happy about this result. A 4v1 that Simon is not going to find winnable, and Sen still have huge ults to work with. And as you pointed out earlier, Simon, he ripped that one off. They really wanted to show a different tempo on the defense side, catch Sen unaware, before they could get into position to use lockdown showstopper, these kind of ults. It didn't work.
Yeah.
The threat is actually being worse than the threat of the showstopper and the lockdown here is causing more problems for EDG than the ults themselves.
Right.
Because it's forcing them to feel like we have to go and take the fight. We have to change something up.
Be proactive, pull the ults out early.
And the proactivity's not working. Zen's protocols are looking lovely to defeat it.
And it's like, round here. Still down by 3 for EDG.
It's a bit of a whiff. You see that mound pressure and then open the door, punish the B players. All of the protocols there working really nicely for Sen. And they do have a massive ult advantage now.
Oh yeah,
so EDG, they might still feel like they have to play proactively.
Got those
ults
ults stacked up.
What do you really have to stop these ults from getting value and getting a sight?
Yeah, look at the minimap, EDG. 4 players moved up right and over. Simon
this mount fight is about to be
priming
crazy.
the fault line. Gonna let it loose relatively early there just to set up Kankang onto the line.
Oh, he knows he's there.
And Tens accounted for, spotted onto the corner. Here's the response. Showstopper! Ricochets and claims Smokey.
Okay, that's good. That's very
bound
good.
and bounce his way out of the fight. 4 versus 4.
And that early proactivity, though, means that EDG had to give up rubble. So now Sen, 4v4, like you said, but they have control over Mound and front B and rubble. They own the map.
Toxin screen down.
John just trying to tether those players over towards the A side as well. Rest the Sentinels. Creeping and crawling their way over.
They pretty much
the
get
B side
beat
now,
for free.
committing into this plan. They're going to hear these noise cues. EDG are relatively split apart. They're actually not connected.
You could kind of say the same for Sentinels, though. Zeken's going to back off. If he was playing that post plant on site, it would have been very isolated.
And his Zelsis ult.
We saw
KJ
John being
ult.
disconnected
I don't know
off the
why
lurk was
I called it Zelsis ult.
critical
Zelsis has
in terms of
ult.
how they lost the pistol round.
Fault line used here.
I mean, they know he's
Simon's
fine,
position.
but-
They're going to know this is online. Lockdown has to be defended as well. Stuns, ricochet.
He's shooting.
Hold a candle to it. Kankang's there, spraying, spamming, praying that they can do it.
Sassy.
But they can't break the lockdown in time. Respect has to be shown. Time starting to tick. Simon just to increase the heat. The tempo there for it, just making sure he's the distraction already, but a circle
Okay,
swings.
8-10.
Time escapes EDG into that spot. All goes wrong with no way to clear that lockdown.
They did actually do enough damage to break the lockdown as well. Really bizarre interaction. It said 0 players detained and lockdown broken at the same time.
Wow.
But the thing that had happened was it was way too late. I mean, the setup for that, it's in such a safe position. You got no chance of being able to break it in enough time to pull off the retake there. Kankan did what he could, but it just ended up being far too overpowering, that ult advantage. And now, when EDG can play a little more reserved, a little more focused on denying rubble control, a little more like they did in rounds 13, 14,
so
15.
they can
well, now they don't
fade
have
ult the
weaponry
site.
behind it.
No,
Yeah, it is getting close.
It's difficult.
And have 10's ult behind them. Maybe.
Put some partial investment into it with nobody rifle in hand. He's dropped down to 300 credits, but Sentinels, they catch most of the signs of life, and now they want to send it out towards this C site. There are players ready to play spoiler. Waterfall.
Let's see what happens.
Not being cleared. Prowler, second level of things. Kang taking a peek, overdrive, it's there, and a Nightfall committed. Sen feeling awkward, shaky territory. Open angles not presented to Kang. He can't be collecting any of these kills, and the C's dodged in the moment.
I feel like they played that very well.
Waiting for round 2. Smoke to try and play themselves in and cut up the side. One from TenZ himself, realizing they've lost control of most of this one. 50 seconds left, stun, in for the back, nobody, just can't land it. Shots going wide, up and around, second high ground angle. And that slight pause that Sentinels are willing to place into the round.
Yeah.
It's enough for EDD to just overextend themselves enough. Hand getting slapped right back.
Chichu's trying to save.
Phenomenal patience from Sentinels.
Seconds on him.
I don't think they had a way out of that to actually get the plant down if EDG continued to hold in the spots that they were in. But they baited out. As you said, that slight overextension from the retakers.
Oh. Does he have ult?
And at that point,
I don't know how many ult.
It's an eco advantage. Sen have brought this one back really nicely. The gap is closed to 1.
No one else really needs ult.
But this next round, round 20, is going to be where EDG can try to fight back. Yes, nobody's hurt the economy for himself a little bit, but the rest of the players are going to have rifles in hand. There's no big ultimates available for Sentinels to disrupt things and give them easy openings to the site.
They've had this Omen ult for the
rifle too.
4 rounds.
So heading into round 20, this is where Sen are back to the same question that flummoxed them at the start of this half. How do you break through without having to rely on ults? EDG are going to take a tactical timeout.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. The timeout?
They might be calling as well for a return to what was working for them.
They could be, but at the same time, when you take that timeout, it might be like you're going to try to make something up. And just as we saw on that timeout in the first half of Lotus, where Kaplan hit the panic button and actually favoured Buckle, this could be another situation actually where you're giving time for Sen to come up with their own adjustment and try to get ahead of what EDG might be doing.
Exactly right. 0 timeouts left for Sentinels here, so it could be that lifeline, just give it up to them.
This is the way that the ult's playing on Lotus now, the pressure back onto Sen to prove that they can make things happen.
Let's go, Sen.
I would be expecting EDG to put heavy emphasis.
America!
Nobody, Jishu, locking down that area, posting one on Rubble.
EDG has been playing really good, though.
It's on the map as well, looks like early signs that we will be seeing that.
Yeah, but at the same time, not with the fade user by the look of things. Now, there is a haunt line up control from B. You're not going to get anything else. Yeah, nobody's gearing up for it. Okay, so they're going to throw the haunt line up there, over towards A. You feel like super heavy pressure. And we're back to what looks like similar stuff at the start of this half. Yeah. A rerun of round 15.
Back to where we landed. Smoke to cover. But over the top here, nobody's off angle. Simon takes the peek here, bullet to the brain, but luckily the wall saves his life. Keeps him kicking into the round.
See that Zelsis was anticipating the second player. He thought he was getting pushed in the moment. As soon as he spots Simon, he's worried that the stack is on B.
Yeah.
And he would be right to think that. So now Sen are going for a re-clear, and this time, nobody's home.
And
the stuff that was working for EDG, setting up aggressively, denying this space. They've abandoned it.
It's up to Chichu and Simon. Only 2 players sitting here. Reinforcements are called for. Kang as well is going to be able to play this part towards A, but the door's in his face.
Slowing down a little bit.
Do EDG go for some kind of quick pre-take as Sen get into sight? They got the pace to do it.
Yeah, most of it's going to be fading as well. Chichu does have that open access. Door's going to be broken down. Kang, he's already ripped this one away, but it's traded. In kind. TenZ is there. Satchel play. Beautiful. Tracking. Chichu's there. Aware of the fact that there could be that second player.
Chichu
and drops TenZ out of action.
Simon's literally
18 seconds left. TP forwards. That is crazy stuff by Chichu, but honestly, the pressure, it's all on Sassy. Reload committed, side by side. Needs to play this one in for the rest of his team. Accounted for, but time against him. It's only 4 seconds left, and at this point, it's against them. They realize it. EDG backing away. Nobody just has to survive, and it's a round win for EDG up to 11.
Another situation where Celsius has to watch the round slip through his fingers. The grains of sand fall away from him, and he's just got no hope. It's a slight spacing problem here. TenZ isn't inside the smoke as Zekken goes through it. They're worried about somebody having dominated it prior. And so TenZ can't quite swing through to trade that kill. It becomes very difficult for the superstar duo to get going. EDG make their way up to 11. This map is so winnable to push us to Sunset.
I would love for the Sunset to be the case. EDG have looked pretty good on the map in the past.
Both teams have. It will be another banger.
Yeah, this map been pretty good.
It's the door opened up by Sen, looking to clear most of the way. Front section of B. Hoping they can pull players back and over as well.
I feel like it's always a lower bracket.
Reclears over towards A.
Sen.
Not being great from Sen.
They've been great when players have contested it, and now EDG are. They've got fault line paranoia here. It should be very difficult for Sassy to even fake like they're taking this space.
Usually Sassy's going to be trying to lead this one in with a Prowler in hand. It's util used by nobody. Gets acknowledgement over towards C. The horn wasn't broken. They know there's a player now. Out towards the back of the site. The snake bite flying up and over. Chichu, no choice now but to back away. Simon.
No.
He's here to save the day for him, though. Still holding on to control of this one. And seems like the read is right there for EDG.
But Sen also know there's no paranoia, no fault line, none of that business to stop them getting into the C site.
It's down to Smoggy. He's holding it down towards the back. Beaming him down. Still got the ult as well. It's not dead yet. Nobody up and over the top. Punish on the TenZ. Nana swarms. Shredding them to pieces onto the back of the site here, but as the smokes dissipate, Smoggy is alive and ready to deny the entirety of the round.
I love slow.
And Sassy once more time. Drifting away. It's a 12th round now for EDG. They can taste it. They're on the brink. It's match point. It will send them to Sunset.
The way in which EDG are holding on to these sites, it is beautiful. There needs to be a bit more coordination though between Zekken and TenZ to get in. But look at these layers of defensive utility being used there. The stun that comes through from Kung is so important. From all of those players that would love to trade from following up through the choke point. 3 chances to close things out before overtime. A massive rubble fight.
Yeah, and this could just be an explosive finish to the map here for Sentinels, opting into it. The haunt is dropped and broken.
All right, this round looks like my comp
games.
games.
Over this at the start of the round. They push EDG back. They're not willing to go much further. Zekken didn't manage to get up and pick up that ult orb. Now they're looking for the one over towards C. Smoggy's aim has been remarkably good after a bit of a drought on Haven. But all right, Showstopper acquired. There's that major tool that powered Sen to most of their wins in this half. It was ult-based.
Here.
Kang! Almost there, the crosshair placement wasn't, but still he snaps it back. Well aligned.
Okay.
Accounting for everybody.
2 there is crazy.
And Sen just cannot hold against it. Showstopper now used as desperation. Following the traces, Zekken takes the gamble.
Might be GG.
But all that play, all that work, it's an ult expended to no avail. Celsius dropped. The options are withering away.
I mean,
for EDG. They can feel it, they know it. Sunset is ready and waiting. It's primed for them here. Nightfall scatters. TenZ is low. No more sound cues to work off of. Haunt lights him up. The TP to adjust, but again, he's no long for the world. Zekken, last one left. They cannot dodge this util. EDG are ready to swarm, ready to collect. It'll take a miracle to stop it at this point. They are not ready to let it happen.
Good
EDG
round. Good game.
will not be denied a chance for greatness.
Can be really potent.
Sunset,
They're both
baby.
good comps, both these teams are comfortable on this map, but there's only one shot in that upper final.
That's right, Mimi. This is it. Who pushes forward to the Inspire Arena? Let's go ahead and find out. Send it back over to your casters one last time. It's Bren and Sideshow.
And that's exactly the case. It's the Inspire Arena.
This is crazy now.
Teams going to be able to earn that chance. You can get to that point. Of course, there will be backup plans, I guess. You went right through the lower bracket, I suppose. Listen,
like it's not
a position you want to put yourself in.
It makes a massive difference.
This is a really good game.
Not only are you playing for all of that glory, you have 5 days off to prep.
Two really big teams.
To get that break that you.
Biggest team
I'm sure
in
both of these squads desperately need.
NA and biggest team in fucking
Here on
China.
Sunset, we've seen some excellent performances from both of these squads.
And slow and steady to begin.
No contact. So
You're going to be hearing most of his presence, but he hears no footsteps off the back of it. He might just think it's... Yeah, false presence at that. Still, it's going to be util being used to try and bail him out. It's Kang sends it flying with the...
And so let me get in here.
Here, stuns flying. Okay, with the right clicks as well. No kills to be earned. And a quick pivot over towards Market.
They were not expecting to see Zelsis here.
Up through the gut, EDG. Paving the way over towards the A side. John QT is going to be a lot asked of him.
Okay.
Smoggy is way ahead of the rest of most of his team. In fact,
we got another one. He got the
bank
though.
In a second. But eventually put him
Second's weak.
down and out.
Saucy's a little weak.
Sitting back to the spectator seat. It's an open A site now for the plant. Simon commits to this one, but 4 players alive as Sentinels are grouped up with that pack mentality. Emphasis being placed now on Chichu. Second, he's low enough, he takes our first point!
My
and
God,
precision
3 there is insane.
It's just unreal!
I mean, this is winnable though.
Zelsis barely keep it all together. Dropped down to 48 health. A dart, a flash all expended into his face, but the job is done. Chiju's done enough, time taken away, the nade at the feet, isolating the fights away. It's getting tested, it's getting stretched, and nobody takes precisely the right moment.
He could have won that if he got that kill there.
Another pistol round.
It looked so dangerous for EDG when Kang made the hero play, trying to cut off the rest of the people in Boba, and Smoggy gets isolated. Both trying to be the heroes their team needed, and it was Chishu that stepped up for 3. He's so solid in these positions. And it has been that supporting class, I think, today, Chishu. Simon, who've been coming up big in moments to put huge rounds on the board. And that's a major one. EDG's attack side actually looked a little bit limper than I was expecting it to against Trace. They almost allowed Trace to make a bit of a comeback. And Sen were kind of slow to adapt on their defense side as well. When we flip halves, you're getting the best of both teams. But for this one, the door's open for somebody to make an improvement over what we saw previously and run away with things.
Good kill.
Take the initiative, take the lead so far, TVG.
Oh, they know there's a lot here.
Not feeling pushed back, honestly, from all the signs of life. I mean, the knife earlier on did tag onto a bunch of the Sen players. They know that they're stacking still. EDG not willing to be removed from this, but they still have about 50 seconds to work with. So, okay, fault line, refight, out and through with the horns into the back, but they don't really have the guns for the job. Chichu can just sidestep most of this.
They haven't killed anyone.
Sen are going to try and dish it out still with these pistols. Tens alive. Sassy follows up. Blind. It's a bit delayed and late here from Smoggy. They still want to get active, though.
Got the smoke, though.
They know that everybody's here. They should be leaving. They should have left ages ago. And now when they finally make the maneuver, Tens is already reading it. He's already in front of them. That could have been a freebie.
Could have been 11 half. He's waiting.
Oh, my God.
Precisely the strike where it hurts most. Smoggy.
Oh, my God. The discipline was crazy.
Forced to watch in horror as his team.
All right.
And the rest
they have guns.
Getting let
Those
loose
have
and
the guns.
slipping from their grasp. The plant. I mean, it has to be a safe one from Simon. Tucks it into the back. Sassy trying to get ahead of it. Seeking to delay. Knew the time pressure was of most of importance, but Zelsis has been brought into it now. A 1v2. Maybe the nerves can be settled for EDG.
He's had so many chances today, Zelsis.
And EDG do not let the round get away from them.
Zelsis, bro. I've seen him clutch on this map.
So dangerous. I don't understand the
Only versus NRD, though.
Game plan there over in B main. You mentioned it right from the beginning. They knew that there was a stack, and they just wanted to punish it, get the 3 kills on this side of the map, I guess. maybe worried because they weren't running that 4-1 default that they usually like to go for. But they didn't have
Very well
control
played by
elsewhere.
Tens, though.
I mean, this spot, Tens tucked in that corner could have been more dangerous than it even was.
Yeah.
They've done damage here, Sentinels, to the EDG economy. There's a bit of an advantage early on, but you still need to convert rounds.
EDG going to be looking, see if they can convert round 3. Of course, the weaponry not going to be ideal because of how many players they did end up losing. Shock darts don't actually break any of this util.
One of the problems that I was having with the way that Sen were playing on this map, they were playing very passive holds on the B site.
Oh, the counting for John.
That's nasty.
Barely peeking out from the pillar, nobody will punish. Falling in through the back though, that is a response by Zekken. He's won it.
Okay.
Put
They
some
have
more
not
damage.
lost a game with Zekken
And hurt
playing
into these EDG players still
Neon.
through mid.
I'm just saying.
To attempting to pluck some of these players out of the picture. Tens still holding. And the rifle aim is dead. Not enough to escape though. Ghost.
Can't leave.
The supplement of the fire by Smoggy does manage to trade that one out. Nade, it's out, but it does miss. Off to the side, Sassy sticking. Anything else to push this one back needs to be defended. Second, he can't really let this one loose. Still, it's half already onto the board.
Whoa,
And the
my
mid-flank
God.
to the fight from main. Damage is done.
Work good.
Value gain, potentially a round win at that fight. Forced out, Second with a tap, but he is traded in the end. Nobody. Bulldog primed onto it.
Yeah, with the light weaponry, Bulldogs, Guardians, EDG win a bonus. This is a massive beginning to the map. EDG knocking the economy immediately of Sen. The opener, huge. John wasn't really contesting like that in the previous match when we saw them play from Sunset. But Tens also getting caught in mid is so rough for a player that's been spectacular. He just only expected the single mid lurk, which is pretty reasonable, but getting caught in that spot allowed Smoggy to sneak in.
It is a dream opening for EDG.
Couldn't ask for better.
It's all about keeping it moving, keeping it going.
And they turned it around massively from the kind of opening they had on Haven, where they lost 7 rounds in a row after Pistol.
Resilience is showcased. EDG willing to take a step back here, but Kang might be regretting that one. Offset here, overdrive is available.
Oh.
Flash through into the back.
Oh,
of
what's
Simon.
happening?
Looking to hold his own
What's
ground
happening?
against this. Smoke dominated, nobody's still trying to command that position. But he falls, Simon will have to retreat now. His back's against the wall, Smoggy defending at least a portion of it. Aftershock into the corner. Tenuous here for EDG, but they still have those rifles. It's going to be a big advantage, working
Oh,
potentially
good
for them.
kill.
Picked up with the upgrades. John QT fires straight back at them. And the bait and switch leaping into the fight. Taking no prisoners. Sentinels really had no right winning that.
A complete MasterCard thrifty coming out from Sen. Tens on the high ground with a Sheriff, pops off a beautiful opener to deny Kang, and from there, that first pick, creating opportunities for Zekken to go forwards, allow others to pick up rifles.
Way to play.
The Neon once more forging a path forwards.
Can I go stand back?
I don't know. They don't seem locked in.
And just like that, Sen back in a little bit of control here. It's only nobody that can afford to be able to get a rifle online. The ults are good from EEG, and I'm sure they'd invest if they got the opportunity. This is more what Sen were doing on their defense side, though, last we saw them. 4-player stacks on the A side, leave one person B. It was very easy for their opponents to just waltz into the B site and take that room.
Yeah, market splits were deadly when DRX were playing against them.
Absolutely.
Up through mid 2. You might see some adjustments. I mean, we already kind of are seeing evidence of it, I suppose.
We are, yeah.
Trip up top section of mid, so nobody really has to watch it. They've got a cam laid in market to take the contact of this one. They spot him, nobody. Past it.
The cam's always going to get cleared there because people are always watching for Tens on top of the box.
Spotted he loves.
That's so true.
And this time,
DRX,
it's the same kind of
DRX
hole
was
in
looking for
Sen's
it last
defense. And so that means that they're forced to play a lot of B retakes.
There's danger here.
There is, even with full rifles for Sentinels, there is danger because these B-lane post plants are so overpowered on Sunset.
I mean, nobody's got an ult. He's already getting into position. Be able to play this one. And Sen don't have a lot of time to work with. Kill trips. Chewing up these players, rooted into spot from Sentinels. They've got to find a way to navigate it. Sassy, diffusing, sticking, reveal up, Hunter's Fury, Sassy! My God!
They killed him.
It's down to the wire, down to the brink, half earned! But Zelsis is the last chance for
Oh my God. It was like a second off.
Will not let it slip.
That's actually crazy.
EDG answer back instantly with another thrifty of their own.
That's crazy.
Barely any weaponry brought into that round. And that's exposed a gaping hole in what Sentinels are doing on this map on their defense side. I said both of these teams have put up really strong performances on Sunset before. That's once the halves flip. And we see EDG defending, Sen attacking. This is not good enough from Sen if they want to be able to get that 5-day break and head up into the upper bracket.
Bar for bar with a worse and weaker weaponry. Each turning themselves around here. Now Sen are in that tough position. They've still managed to scramble together some sort of a buy.
This
but
is hard.
Down 3 rounds, EDG got their sights set on the finish line in this series. Breaking past their prior performances and ceilings.
Applying a little bit of mid pressure here. EDG are the kind of team on their attack side that will pressure the very top of mid, look to try to lurk Kang in or see if they can pull off Shishu, finding some space, contesting where Zelsis is currently stood. So you can understand why Sentinels still have 3 players in kind of passive positions towards top mid here. Is anyone going to be able to control the backside of B?
And they're going.
Playing the Cypher offside, John QT. They get caught. No command emanating out. That means the trips go online too. They were hoping to play some kill trip setups as well.
And they drop off. Tens was thinking about trying to get into backside there, and the rest of his team wasn't willing.
Once more, Sen are going to be tested. This time, we're trying to hold on for these retakes as well. Nobody. The first point of contact moves the one, the trade online out of Nightfall. Scatters his way through, in through the main angle. Noise, cut away. Zekin with the defuse, but he's pushed back from some form of the util. Overdrive popped off. Goodness me!
2 there.
Tears them to pieces. TP out over. Tens that is precise, and he's got to be keen.
He's in
surgical.
though. He's swimming.
Through behind. He's going to try and defend this one. So QT brought down, but a half earned. There's a chance and a potential.
Oh, he couldn't do it.
G2
He couldn't do it.
flips the sight.
Well played.
And all expectations once more. Sen just too slow with his retake attempts. And EDG are so willing to run rings around them.
Not just too slow, but far too passive. Again, the same problem that we witnessed last time when Sen played against DRX. They're just giving the site for free. It's free plants over here on P. We set it up this half was going to be an opportunity for either team to grasp hold early and come out with
I mean, I'm happy for
or
EDG.
individual form
They
to be able
good.
to run away with this first half. And the story's going to flip once we go into round 13. But for now,
I support.
EDG are building up
Top
phenomenal
4.
advantage. A 5-1 lead.
Let's see if
At no
Sen
point
can,
really in this match
can
was
bring this
EDG
back.
complete control. Even on Lotus, there were moments of it, but Sen always found ways of striking back. This feels very different.
Dominance calls into question as well. You know, how much can you correct from one match to the other? Sen, it's been astounding, I think, the work they put in to shore up their map pool and their own, I suppose, form coming into the event. Because, like we said at the beginning of the series, the beginning of this event, I mean, it was looking poor from them. They just weren't looking like they were in a trophy-looking form. This over EDG.
If they have to fucking play an America team
whether or
at
not
lower
Sen
bracket.
can shore up the gaps that were on display that were pried open by DRX.
D2 is out and Lev is top
think
bracket.
if you're going to make that argument
So,
that said their form didn't look great and it's good what they've done to shore the map.
I have to play
Sunset was actually always towards the top of that map pool.
Fnatic?
And it has been all year.
Who else? Who's
So the fact that this is now the map causing them problems, going to be disappointing.
Again, maybe?
Looking to try to catch Jishu off guard there early on. He does sometimes default in that bottom spot. But EDG are fast with the help and quick with the escape.
All it takes is a slow default.
Take flight.
Make sure nobody oversteps themselves.
EDG's playing
thrown by nobody.
crazy though. They are in form.
And a reclear through B main here as well. Looking to try to put pressure once again onto Chishu.
Spot on the one, shock darts flying forwards. Again, the setup is not over towards that direction, but a fight one out with Sassy dropped. Open access now towards the A site.
A sharp from Smoggy.
Kill trips though. Doesn't have to come for the job, it's just damage. Chews up Kang. Not enough to deliver the kill. John QT's going to be kicking himself.
There are isolated players around here. Nobody's isolated. Chishu is as well, but they're getting good lurk timing.
Yeah, great lurk timing. At that, the trade Maybe a little bit more impressive there from Zeltz.
Fnatic.
The fact that he does that with the classic in hand, but he won't be able to get much
Which
more.
is a hard.
Done from
Hard.
the edge.
I think that's hard for Sen.
He glides, hoping to use the precision.
So it would be Sen, Fnatic, and
maybe land a kill there, but it's all being covered.
Team Heritage, DRX.
Gang that would have picks up Tens in mid and picks up the 6th on the board for EDG. But the tactical timeout that Sen took, the panic button that Kaplan hit, was for this round coming up, round 8. It wasn't for the Thrifty particularly. So what is the change up here? How are they going to adjust their defensive setup? Personally, I'd like to see Tens posted on the A
crazy,
line.
no?
You have an Omen,
Fnatic's a hard
gun
game.
skill, and you're not playing him on an aggressive line towards A regularly, if at all.
Fnatic's
he tends to be
hard
over
game.
towards market, and you leave that job to like Sassy with the Prowlers. It's quite backwards compared to how most teams are doing it. They're going to get Zekken posted there as well, and he's mighty fierce.
And this is the typical setup. Sentinels going for it. They have nothing to watch market or top mid. This was getting exploited towards the end of the map by DRX when Sentinels were going up against them.
And I said that EDG love doing this kind of thing, probing, seeing if they can get Kangkong or Chishu into this kind of spot. Does Sen deal with it?
Zeltz is in position. It's going to be a fault line off the back of that with Zekken, I should say, collecting that first kill. No noise made.
I mean, they can hear the neon through spawn.
From EDG's part of things, Kang punishes it. All the footsteps pointing towards it. Rolling Thunder is to try and shore up, stem the bleeding.
Yeah,
stop it in its tracks.
You can't follow up on that. That's just to stop EDG from running away with the round. That's purely for map control, the breach ult.
It just feels frantic from Sentinels at this point.
But at least Tens is in an anchor position. They're actually looking to hold back B site this time.
Paranoia.
Good paranoia.
Swoops its way forwards here. There's 38 seconds to play with. Only mid-control for EDG.
And nobody's calling a pivot back to the A side, putting stress on Sassy. He's still got Horn, Seas, ways of slowing this down.
Sassy will be in hot water. Now to him, the util, the gun into his hand, whether or not he can push this back. Dodging, sidestepping. Most of the util gives up access to the site, but as long as he hold on to ammo
he doesn't get that kill.
And he can't even do that. Chichu comes around the corner like an absolute Ferrari. Celsius will punch it right back. Kang.
Good trade.
Flatlined and dropped 3 versus 3 is where we stand. The pressure now on to send for this retake. All grouped up.
Second.
Cam broken.
Well, I guess I'm going to be playing a lot of Valve.
Smoke in their faces, spamming, spraying away, trying to pave the way to success for Sentinels. They need RNG on their side. Only the one.
We're going to be
just getting collected, corralled into the corner.
That's not going good. We're going to be dropping some videos soon. We're going to be posting weekly.
Devastation for Sentinels.
So anyone who's not subbed, sub up.
Mid-round in this round.
And we're going to be doing some Valve streams.
Decision and pivot.
I haven't been streaming the last couple days because I've been pretty sick.
And this showcases that they're capable of still
I'm
winning,
off Monday,
even if Sen make the right
stream
adjustments.
Monday.
Even if Sen shore up that B defense and don't just play retake
maybe
the
a
whole
stream
time.
tonight. Maybe
Nobody's calling. And it's
really
frightening these 11 and 4.
Since we're not going to have watch parties for a little while.
To clear waters.
For a couple days. But definitely stream.
Sen have got another chance here, another rifle round before their economy is smashed against the rocks again.
And then
but it almost seems
new agent comes out
point. It
after that, right? In grand finals.
Comeback, almost all 4 rounds really.
So definitely streams for that. Definitely some videos for
it's
that.
Evident, I think, from the second time out being used by Sen.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna
to
drop a video the day after the new agent comes out.
Very early on. And they weren't able to close things out towards the end, even after
just so I
they
get
rallied.
some early content.
Speak on EDG. This is a team
Start
that
spamming it, maybe.
Feeling downtrodden, I think, off the back of the international events of this year. They saw other teams in their own region even overtaking them, going to greater heights than them at these tournaments. But this is validation and vindication almost as well for this squad, as we've already been mentioning. EDG have only ever known these 5-6 finishes as the peak of international play. A win here.
Yeah, top 3.
Not just sails them forwards deeper in through that upper bracket, but it grants them one of the highest finishes at minimum that they've ever had at a global international tournament.
And the more they win like this, the more you believe that they can go further.
Yeah, the finals are best of 5, and the lower bracket finals are best of 5.
Sky might be the limit for this squad. For now, all the question.
I think they're both best of 5.
Leveled at Sentinels of whether or not they can stop
bracket
this
and lower bracket.
EDG squad who are just empowered, fired up, resilience on full display from steamrolling over them.
The change up here in the defensive setup is not large, but they've tucked Tens and John Cutie into market, anticipating a B split. And it does look like that's what EDG are cooking up.
One tag? Two tags?
I'm spotting it. Fault line slowing them down. Here's a refight called Sentinels. They want to get straight into the fight. Clash called for. One out. Kankang might have something to say about it. Brings it to the 2 versus 3.
On the way to
Spike
5th, yeah.
Drop down to the bottom section.
Definitely.
The squeeze of Sen. They have full control over towards
5
mid.
maps would be
We'll
cool.
take heroics, and with the
I know
damage
Madrid,
done, weakened up Kankang
Genji Sin was 5
against
maps.
most of it. Nobody.
Was the last
Switch
tournament?
as well, taking
was
out
that 5 maps? Oh, was it
Backstep in,
Genji
hoping you can
Heretics?
isolate at least one of them, but the crossfire setup should be intact.
How many maps does that go?
Foolproof from Sentinels at this point as well. Baits that peak. Seeing if he can spot these players out. Finally, Zekken will take the fight anyway.
And so Sen finds some success coming out of that tag timeout. The adjustment
but I'm definitely
didn't
going to
look
be
enormous, so EDG went
grand
into
finals,
it thinking
even if
same old,
Sen's not in
old.
it.
But a great call there from Zekken and Zelsis. Instead of holding it top mid passively, they throw some utility in and crunch mid, finding tons of EDG players that turned into corpses there.
We're back. We are back.
Let's get
I
5,
hope
gang.
so.
Let's get 5.
I hope
If they
so.
were able to get 5, they certainly would be back.
Morale low. High spirits from the Sentinels
Oh, I
players.
fucking hope so.
Handshake with a util.
Oh, Genji 1
Neither
3
side
2?
really taking
Okay.
too much space.
And the same defensive
Yeah, I
setup
remember
again.
now.
John, Tens in market.
I feel like most of them get a
replay,
best of
Zekken.
5.
That is difficult to do. The box is super spammable. Hard to get out in that kind of area, but Zekken barely takes a tickle.
Well, now util being used, including the flash as well. It's a pretty big indicator to EDG. Most of the players stacked over from Sen over towards A main. Surely they don't overstep themselves. They're going for another fight as well. Contact plays on contact plays.
A massive fight in
Look
A.
at this.
EDG are trying to make it feel like they're in mid and bait out this re-clear from Sen.
And they're just holding for the peak. What util did they even have as well? Contact caught as well. Full line is
did
late.
not go good.
Celsius.
That went entirely
doesn't
the
help
way
him.
of fucking
It's EDG with the initiative in that fight. And with it, you can sit down and stare at it, but it's a 5 versus 2 scenario. Sentinels have no real chance back into this round.
Their economy is not in a terrible spot. If Tens and John were any closer to the action, they might give it a try. But EDG have outplayed them again. The story of this half early on was Sen giving away too many opportunities, but now that they're playing a little bit of a better game, EDG are just pulling it back out of their grasp.
They're so good.
The call in there from nobody is so strong.
I wanted
Faking like
EDG
they're doing the same
and
stuff.
Kingpin to
Throwing that same market
win, but
util.
not at
John,
some
he is
discretion.
not holding on to this weapon. He's got players behind and in front. They're going to drain every last drop out of the Sen economy. Austerity is here, and it's coming for Sen.
Yeah,
Don't
this
wanna hear
is not
that.
what we wanted.
EDG are
They just
playing
completely
a
lost this fight.
beautiful game right now on their attack side.
It is.
And
It's truly great.
I don't think we're getting the best out of Sentinels.
Like, how do they just
right?
make that play
But
up?
at the same time, they are trying to adapt. They are trying to throw in different things. And EDG only takes them one moment, and they've figured out a counter to it.
Yeah.
playing Sen like a
Fnatic is
And
a
at this point-
banger fucking game, bro.
Like
That's such a
Avalanche crashing down
banger
onto the
game.
Sentinel squad. They have to go for, again, proactivity. But Paranoia just plays straight through main, and it immediately diffuses all that tension, the play that Sentinels were going for to see if they can collect a kill.
The defensive util has been remarkably good from EDG today. Always there with Kangkang's stun to stop aggression like that. Paranoia too. They're the team that doesn't have breach, so they don't have the fault line or the aftershock. You might think they'd be weak to plays like that, but look, they found the gap again.
Yeah, it's another read. As soon as they hear that the Neon's in through mid being played into that, they know that they're not going for the typical A main hold that Sentinels like to do. They know that they're going to be playing off-site, trying to go for the retakes. So EDG can take their time with it, contact most of the way. The trips will not be oh, as I say that, I wasn't expecting them to get Valley. They spotted them out onto the corner. Still John takes down Smoky, drops him to the floor.
Spike planted.
So overall coming through onto these guys. Look at those pings. Look at the angle that nobody's going to have.
And they're ready to fight this one right as the retake is occurring. Tags up into a few of these players. Hunter's Fury has to be dodged and juked and avoided.
They
Skip
dodged it,
rope
though.
over it. Kang though, still here.
Chichu,
takes up the
please.
space, stands tall, stands
Oh
strong.
my God.
And will not be denied.
That's
anything
nuclear,
at
bro.
all.
That's insane.
It's a monstrous performance from many individuals on EDG, but full credit to the entirety of this squad.
Yeah, bro, that might be GG.
Every part of their game is on today. The players are stepping up. This map, Chishu's come out of nowhere to just be outrageous. The prep work too. The
so
calling
good.
from nobody. It looked like a very rough beginning to today. If you had only been paying attention to the first map,
First map looked so good.
You'd be thinking, uh-oh, EDG.
Yeah.
They've beaten some weaker opponents, some struggling opponents, but Sen are here to shut them down. Well, that story has changed massively over the course of this match. They're dominating Sunset.
Just one more round left in the half. It's all Sen have to work with, and it's the difference between 9-3 or 10-2. Either way you slice it is bad.
Zelsis has his ult online. It looks like they want to play a more aggressive defensive B.
Oh, trying to send it. As soon as Simon uses his ult, that's the trigger to try and slow them down, but there will be no follow-up. But Chichu, my God!
Oh my goodness.
This guy, he won't be denied.
Yeah.
Playing in through Kang. He's hungry for more. There's blood in the water sense, but punishment in sight. Assassi will drop him eventually. Down to his knees, but it's still EDG
Still not
in
looking
control.
good,
Backside
but
players. B main still theirs.
He doesn't even want the Vandal.
We've seen Sen perform miracles, but this just a
Oh
little
my
too
God.
unlikely. When EDG are setting up pop players like this, contesting, squeezing Sen for absolutely every inch of space,
it's
there
so
is no
good. It's
chance
just
in
so
hell for
good.
them here. The map
Right.
is in their hands, the palms of these EDG players. They can feel it.
The anticipation that must be going.
All right.
Remarkably good for a newcomer who had only done
Let's
some
see
like
these next two
mid-rounding and
rounds.
secondary calling in the past.
Or let's see if Sen brings it
Sentinels
back
have
on
a
me.
mountain to climb.
We've heard the phrase, one round at a time is going to have to be the case here for Sentinels. Being pushed back immediately. Signs of resistance, EDG are holding this one. Plenty of players now to try and take this contact and take this fight.
Two like that
Names
is insane.
stricken off the record with nobody leading it for his team. And they want even more. Not content with just laying claim to just a few tens. Drop down, pistol round for EDG.
Absurd.
What a fragger!
Absurd.
Desperate jump forwards from Sen. And EDG are going to be happy to collect.
Sentinels banking
Yeah, they
everything
know
on this round, of course. If no other option.
The
No
one
room to
way.
breathe.
Oh
Fault
my
line's
God.
good though, Chichu with the cage to cover.
Oh wait, they just went
Zone
the
cross
wrong way.
here.
Never mind.
Let's give up access over towards B, so full side control plan going down and through the back of the side.
Oh my God.
My. Chichu,
It's so
the
bad.
util
It's all just fell apart.
augments the holes
Let's
and
get
puts the
5
squeeze
seconds
on the
then.
Sentinels team.
As they not
But listen,
get
they've been
one
battered
more.
and bruised before, but not quite like this.
Done?
They have to barrel their own way past it, but with subpar weaponry and one left alive second. Miracle to ask for. Picks up the weapon, but not long again for the world in the round. A 12th is gained and granted EDG. It's the reason why we call comebacks in this particular spot an impossibility. Listen, I'm no stranger to that word. We use it often. EDG with rifles in hand, well trained now onto all these spots. The Prowler.
I mean,
it's an opportunity, but immediately defensive util. We were pointing it out. The paranoia is perfect.
He's in. He's deep.
Push back. There's pressure applied onto these EG anchoring players and still trying to take the fight up through the gut. Different directions here, still beaming them down. Simon dropped to his knees, maybe handed them over that weaponry in all tens. Collecting the kills off through the flank, overdrive.
All right, go around.
Finds
Bringing
his
it back.
mark. The tracking is immense.
Oh, good shit.
So Sentinels will be able to stay alive a little bit longer.
And the pathing is great. Sen's attack side is fantastic on Sunset. There's no denying that. No pretend.
In place for Sen.
Let's see how this
You
goes.
just let off the gas pedal for a moment, thinking
Surely
you've got the
this is
eco
the
advantage. Not wanting to show a specific strat, save it for a better rifle round, save it all, and suddenly it can come crashing down. But Senna found their way into the A site fairly early on.
They don't have
Sound cues are going to be found.
Oh my god.
Kang
He's
doing him dirty
it.
now. Can't quite gain a rifle.
Chichu, oh, this is all going. This is all going to shit right
The
now.
attack, the aggression is met.
Whoa,
Tens
whoa,
has
whoa,
to answer,
whoa.
and will do just
Whoa.
that.
This is my go. Never mind, this is my go.
What a 3K! Stuffed into a corner. He's all down to nobody. Look prime and ready in a 5v3 for EDG to close out.
All right.
But it seems unlikely that it will be this round that takes EDG
Dang,
forwards.
man, EDG come back. Yeah, bro.
Tens, what a monster. He's just saved
well,
his team.
Yeah.
But they'll
Definition,
need,
I like
man,
EDG
of
as a
matters
team.
into your own hands.
they
all
will
good.
need so many of those moments. And in more
But
difficult spots
Sen's
than
gonna
that.
have to play Fnatic, bro. It's
It's when EDG don't have the money to put together a buy, but you can feel it how free
Sen Fnatic
flowing
is gonna be
EDG are.
tough, man. Tough game.
Eviscerating most of the players as they were trying to exit onto the site here.
But hey,
One
we'll
round
see.
at a time is what Sen are going to be repeating to themselves.
And they did force out that Hunter's Fury from nobody. So they're making things marginally easier. And this one is
Bro,
massive.
you hear that crowd? They're actually going crazy.
Door's going to be teared down almost immediately. Back into a slow, cautious play by Sentinels across the map.
Yeah, it looks like this might be
The one way
GG.
posted over towards A. Paranoia as backup.
Is this the round?
Baiting off Kang's contact. These are the kind of things that Sen didn't really have going to help that A defense.
I mean, let's see if 10 can use this.
Does it get broken
TP
by
for
Sassy?
anything.
Bring them down.
Over the Prowler. Util used two, but
That'll
it's
look like market.
Paranoia immediately
left.
going forward.
Oh my god, Chichu.
This is his area, this is his domain. But he is cleaned up nevertheless. Chopped up into pieces and spitting them all the way
Second.
out. Nobody seeking to plug those
Save
gaps.
us, please. In second, we trust.
Go down as a result of it. 4 players still left to stand here by Sen, but chances for EDG still. Flash is good, crossing back in through main. EDG not able to catch any of them. This is the crosshair placement, but they are rapidly now getting themselves into position. Onto the site. Stun is
this, you
excellent.
killed them.
Flash though, peek immediately there. Gonna be traded out and
Against
over,
Chinese
spraying them
teams
down with the
throughout the
rifles.
tournament.
Heroics and a bit
Yeah,
of
I
luck
mean,
and play.
it's
EDG
in Korea, right?
are hoping
I
for
don't
it.
know the
Through the box now.
Korean-Chinese relationship
Simon.
like that.
And Smokey. They can't get it done.
But
So
I know
once
that they
again,
probably
It's
hate
Sentinels that
Sen
breathe
because
just the
Sen took
slightest sigh of relief.
Genji out of the
Continue to
tournament.
survive in the series.
Which Genji is literally the home team
4
and the best
rounds
team.
in a row here, collected.
So they're probably just
They
anti-Sen
get
right
another
now.
rifle round. You're starting to believe. But there's still tons of danger ahead of them. They still need 6 perfect rounds on their attack. And that's
Yeah,
even
man.
just to force overtime.
Yeah,
They're not out. They're not out of the woods at that point.
they got to keep it going.
Time out.
EDG, though, are forced to take their tactical timeout, so they're going to look to adjust.
And this is a trap play if I've
Yeah.
ever seen one. Paranoia sweeps, stun alongside
saving,
it. Rattling with the sheriff in hand, chewing up the Sentinels players. Not many options are available to you, and Celtics, he didn't have a clue. Blinded up,
yeah, that might
Spike
be
dropped
GG.
down into the laps of EDG.
Yeah, Spike. KK has ult. You know he's on.
This is exactly what we were talking about. There is no
pretty
room to
fucking low.
breathe when there's up to 12 rounds. EDG
Oh, he got ult.
can feel it. Spike pick back up.
Okay,
Earns
trade.
itself. Sassy a lot to adjust and overcome. Tens is down and out. EDG. They
That's
end it
GG's,
all.
man.
They take it over that line. And they break
Hey,
past
good
their
games.
limits.
Good fucking game.
What
We'll
a
see Sen
performance from them.
play
And
Fnatic.
they
I
finish
wish
it
they
on the
didn't lose this
50 as
game.
well.
Fnatic is a
The
very,
trap
very
play,
hard.
The depth of strategy, showcasing even in this
They're a
final
hard
round
fucking
what has made the
bro.
difference here for
I
EDG
don't
to
feel good
break
about
through.
it.
It's been that prep,
I
the
don't feel
hard
good
work,
about it at all. But
moving
hey
away
guys,
from the individualism.
GG. Thank everybody for
EDG
stopping
today
by and
taking down the
watching.
Madrid winners, smiting Sentinels on
We'll
Sunset.
definitely
It
be watching
wasn't
that Fnatic
close.
game.
And they have pulled down to earth the gods of clout. And Sen
what are the
spiraled
matches?
to the lower
Is it?
bracket. That 5-day break
All right, so
belongs
it's
to
Fnatic.
EDG, not Sen.
Fnatic Sin.
And not just a 5-day
Our
break.
Fnatic Sin,
It's a
I
minimum
think.
top 3 finish. It's the best that they've ever done
Shit, bro.
at an international
I think Sin
event.
wins.
It's vindication.
I think Sin
It's a
wins.
reward. It's the light at the
Am
end
I
of the tunnel
biased?
for them.
Yes.
And it's so damn
but
well
that's
deserved,
just-
man.
That's just what I think. And then the other one is Team Heretics.
The work has been put in.
DRX.
It's showcased.
And I already said I'm very high on
Team
Team
Ready
Heretics.
to undersell
So I think
EDG.
Team Heretics wins.
They got past a struggling Paper
but-
Rex, Foot not looking in their best form.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
people,
that's the
especially when they
predictions.
crushed Trace, were thinking, oh, well, it's just because it was a Chinese team.
Original matchup.
Regional matchup. They've showed today that they're
and then we
capable
wait.
of so much
And
more.
then
And you're
I
right,
stream
they've,
Valorant.
they've smashed that glass ceiling for China.
All right,
Breaking through
GG
the
guys.
best
I
ever
literally have to
performance
go to
for a
work
team
right
from
now.
that region.
So
But I
peace
think
out.
there's
Thank you
more
for
to
staying
give
and watching.
for this team.
Yeah.
Make sure we're subbed
It's
up.
an
You're already
open
subbed.
tournament.
But
Your
just
teams,
letting people know.
the favorites, they were getting smashed out in groups. Gen G, nowhere to be seen.